All right, I think we're live, Vanessa.
All
Hi,
right.
everybody. Welcome to
Hello.
Juicy Broads live stream. Vanessa and
Yes.
I actually just had a minor panic attack before we went
Yes. I think we
live.
both kind of did in that moment.
Yeah, because I'm streaming here from Central Mass, and we have had crazy storms today, like raining sideways, wind, so terrible. But I've had the internet connected all day, and it hasn't been bad. And I was talking with Vanessa, and my lights flickered, and I was like, "Peace out."
Yeah.
And Vanessa's
Of
like,
course,
"Hello."
right now is when it would, it's up all day long, and right now is the time that your
We had
internet will
less
go
than 3
by.
minutes before we were supposed to, go live, and my
Yes.
thing went out. So should it happen again, then Vanessa, you will be in good hands with Vanessa until my Wi-Fi reconnects.
I'll just
Good
improvise.
evening. Hello, David.
Hello,
Hi, Lena.
David. Hi, Lena, Linda,
So happy to see
Trish.
everybody.
Is this PST time? Thought it was Eastern.
That
It's
was a message from earlier today, so
okay.
I wrote it is Eastern time, so I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. I was like, well, it's Central time for
It's
me.
Central for you.
Neither.
It's 3 PM
It
for,
is 3 p.m.
Vanessa.
here. Right.
Hi,
Yes.
Mari.
Hi, Mari. Raquel, how is everyone doing? Happy Monday. 1 week until Christmas. I can't believe it.
I really can't believe it.
That means the infant calendar is almost over. What am I
That
going to
is
do with myself every morning?
I know you had 2 months of it.
What
2020, maybe you can bust into, like, 2021 and just keep it going for January.
like repeat it for January. Hello, John from Virginia.
And
Been
William and
there.
Tina, we have a nice
Yeah,
group here
we
already.
do. Willem is here from the Netherlands. Hi, Willem. It's nice to see you.
Fantastic.
Tina Journals. Hello. It's so nice to see everybody. Are y'all excited about
Vanessa and I
Christmas?
just wanted to give a big thank you to Neil Mickey, who
Yes.
is responsible for creating our new Juicy Broads thumbnail. He sent it to both of us, and he was just so sweet, and he's in India, and sent us the design, and then I uploaded the thumbnail, which we loved, and then he messaged me this morning and noticed that it wasn't formatted correctly for YouTube thumbnails, and he reformatted it for me, which was just so
So
incredibly
nice.
sweet.
Just
Yes,
yeah. I mean, it really touches my heart.
it
I'm
was. It
not going to
was so
cry.
sweet.
I told
I love
myself I wasn't going to cry, and I'm not going to cry.
no
I'm not going to do
tears,
it. No
no
tears
tears.
today.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love how he did the little JB for Juicy Broads and the script and the little post. I thought it was so crafty and us in black and white. I thought it was really
Yeah.
cute. So
It
that
was
was so
very
sweet of him.
thoughtful. I do appreciate that very much. So,
Yes, it looks
yes,
good.
if you guys, don't know which art, I mean, I have the art posted on my Instagram and I tagged Neil. So if you guys want to give him props, please do. I think he would really appreciate that. So,
Absolutely. I
yeah,
wonder if he'll tune in today. Why don't we get things started with our
yeah,
bag and pen for the day? Lumpy's
I hear
fussing a little
Lumpy.
bit. So Vanessa, why don't you kick it off, and I'm going to let Lumpy out so he can see his big
Okay,
sister.
so I'll get it started. So my purse for this week, that's what I change bags every week. So this week I'm carrying, y'all are just like, oh my gosh, what is she going to show us this week? Because every week it's
I
been a
love
great bag.
Vanessa's
Well,
bag
guess what?
collection.
It's another great bag.
It's always good. What do we
This
have
one
today?
is from Mansour Gabriel.
Oh, gorgeous.
So I don't know if you've heard of them before. It's a young company. They've been around for about maybe 10 years, and they were
Okay.
two students who started a brand together. That's their last names, the brand name. And
Mhm.
so it's all fabricated in Italy. It's very sumptuous, as our
It
art,
looks
art
like
historians like. It's
squishy,
sumptuous,
beautiful
very.
leather.
It's very soft. The
Mm,
interior is suede.
the color is
So
perfect.
the color, I think it's called like biscotti or something, but yeah, it goes with everything.
Stunning.
Everything, yes. And of course, the pen. Let me take pen out.
Ooh.
So of course, this pen. Whenever I carry a pen, it has to coordinate with my bag.
Of
And
course.
so, in this beautiful rickshaw sleeve for you, I have the Visconti Van Gogh Flowering plum orchard. Look
I
at those
love
facets.
that color. Let me see it
Yeah.
next to the bag, Vanessa.
Next to the bag.
Oh,
Oh,
that's beautiful. That is stunning. Oh my gosh, the colors in that pen are just
I know the
beautiful.
colors, and that's what it goes with the bag so well. It has the neutral colors, and
Which
so
design is that from Visconti? I mean, it's
it's
a Van Gogh.
it's the Van Gogh.
What style, I should say?
This is the newest Van Gogh. Oh, my purse wants to fall over here. This is the newest Van Gogh. It is based on here. Try to get as close as I possibly can without losing detail. It is based on a painting during Van Gogh's Orientalism period, where he's very much fascinated with Japanese artworks. He recreated a Japanese print, and that is what this pen is based on.
I love our art history lessons with
You're
Vanessa.
welcome.
I'm
Well, I
always
don't
like,
get to
"It's a
I don't
really
get to
pretty
teach.
red."
I don't teach anymore, so I miss that. So
That's cool.
there's the nib. It says Van Gogh on it. It has. I know some people don't like those metal grip sections. This one does have that, but it is magnetic.
Beautiful.
Yes. And one more. The weapon of the day is.
This is why everybody's really here. Oh, she brought her brass knuckles back.
But they're not just ordinary brass knuckles. In fact, this could also be used as a belt buckle, just like the last one. You see that notch right there? Also, this was a gift from my sister.
Oh, does it say Vanessa? What
No,
does it say?
It says Navy.
Oh,
It's in honor. She gave it to me in
cute.
honor of my service in the Navy back in the day. So
That is so cool. Don't
extra
mess with a
special.
Navy girl.
There,
I loved the Instagram story you shared with your friend who does all the memes and artwork for you, and he did brass knuckles as a pen rest.
Yes, and someone else has suggested that. Wouldn't that be cool to have a brass knuckle pen rest? I was like, yes.
It would be very cool.
It would be very cool. I would absolutely love that.
I love it. That is a beautiful carry. I love them all.
Yes.
So
what do you have?
I went away this weekend to Boston for my husband's holiday party. So
how fun.
If I don't go, yeah, they had it at the House of Blues, which was so much fun. They rented out the entire place. And last year I didn't go because my dad wasn't well. And so it was like the only holiday party I missed in probably 22 years. And Jay came home last year. He's like, it was the best party we ever had. I'm like, I don't know how I should take that because I was not there. And he's like, no, it was just the venue. It was because typically my husband works for one of the big 4 accounting firms, and it's just typically a little bit more buttoned up. And so to have it at the House of Blues with just a fantastic band. So this year I went back. Anyways, this is my Louis Vuitton. This is a bag that I don't use very often. Gosh, I really should know the name of this.
I don't even know the name of that, but it's gorgeous.
Holds everything or something. In all sincerity, I wish I bought one size down. I tend to always go big or go home. But because of that, I baby this because the smaller one, this also has straps like this, which was essential for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I can also, but if you put it over your shoulder, it's pretty big. It's almost like a work bag. Oh, and it's a couple years old, and I kind of baby this bag because it doesn't have feet on the bottom.
Yes.
But I just love, and I originally bought it in the monogram canvas print. And then I got it home and I just thought it was just too much in your face, Louis.
Oh, okay.
And I loved the leather, and I love on the
that.
Side. You have the smaller.
I love that.
It's
contrast
a gorgeous
of
bag.
Yes. That is
I will get the name of it.
Gorgeous.
And I love the color of the liner. It's a real pop of color, but this is like a little brown, like little felty insert that I got.
Oh yeah,
the inside of the bag. But I wish I had it in the color of the bag because I love how it pops.
I love that interior color.
But it's really beautiful. It's one of my very favorite bags.
It is very, very.
But
lovely.
I don't take it out that often. If we, I don't like to take it on a flight because I don't want it to like bang around. So usually it's just like an overnight if we're going to Maine or New Hampshire, Boston, or something like that. So, so that was my bag, and I decided to, what pen? Oh, and then I had no intention of getting a pen this weekend, Vanessa, at all.
We never do.
And I've sworn off Sailor Pro Gear Slims
Oh, you
until,
have until like this weekend?
yeah, well, I haven't sworn them off, but I just, after using the Pro Gear, I just prefer that size so
Yes.
much. But anyway, I love neutral palettes, and I have my little Galen leather
I
slip-in.
love that slip and zip is
This is
so
so great. So
great.
I have some of my smaller pens here.
Oh, how nice does that look? I could
So I
see the
stopped at
pen. I could see
well,
your new
yes,
pen.
this is the pen that I got. It's the little line. It's the Line Friends with the little
Uh-huh.
teddy bear face,
How
which
cute.
I was what was most appealing to me is the color. And then I
Yeah,
love that the section is a little bit darker because I love anything in these like neutral coffees. And I've been thinking that I just love when like a tan kind of goes more pink than more yellow. And I'll compare it to like I love the iced caramel latte Banu,
right.
but like if you see them
Oh,
side by
yeah. I
side,
can see exactly what you mean.
this definitely goes more pink. And so I don't know that I'd ever seen this in person or really paid attention to it. And it was a little bit of a sale. And I stopped at this place in West Newton called the Paper Mouse. It was the first time the whiskey vanishing
Yes, I
point.
saw that on it. I just saw that pop up. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yes,
You've
yes,
seen
I
it?
saw that. It was
Okay,
on
we need to go back to that.
someone
Anyways,
posted on Instagram.
I need to see that. I love this color so much, and I wrote with it all weekend, and I'm kind of in love with this again.
What
And
do you
again,
have it inked with? What ink is
oh,
it?
I bought an ink while I was there, a brown ink that someone had suggested, Saddle Brown, and
Oh, yeah.
it's by Diamine. It was like $8 in the store, and I saw a sample of it and I fell in love, and it's like the perfect brown. It's not too dark, it's not too like chocolatey brown. It kind of has a little bit of
Yes.
that pink undertone, so
Right.
really happy with that. So that's that. And my
What a
planner,
cute
because we're going to
pen.
be talking about our lineup, is my Sterling Ink B6. I'm going from a cousin, which is an A5 size,
Mhm.
to the B6 this year. So I
B6 is
started
such
to
a nice,
carry this
that's a
around.
nicer size.
It starts in December, so I just started to
Perfect.
play a little bit, just the monthly calendar. The dailies don't start until the new year, but I need to start migrating over.
Yes.
Those are my things. Okay, so let's talk about the whiskey vanishing point.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about
Look it up.
you're like, what on earth is going on? Yes, I saw someone had posted it yesterday or today, and it's like a ombre browns, and I mean it's like something you will love it.
I'm in trouble. Is it
You
matte
are
or is it shiny?
oh gosh, it looked kind of matte,
Oh,
but
I'm even in more trouble.
yeah, I mean when I saw that, I actually thought of you. I was like, oh my gosh, Lori's going to die when she sees this because it is so yeah. And she just confirmed it is matte.
Oh boy.
So, but it is
I'm not
really,
seeing it. Where
really
was it
gorgeous.
posted?
Let me see if I can find it. I saw it on Instagram, scrolling through this morning when I was having my coffee. Um, let me see.
I feel like it's like the line in the Godfather when you try to get out and they pull you back in.
That's like you'll never leave,
Oh
never.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Let me see if I don't know if I could find it. I don't even know what store was carrying it.
Oh,
If
it's
it's
a
like a
Japan exclusive. Oh
oh,
boy.
that's what it is. Okay, yeah, it's an exclusive. So it's like Vanishing Point
Well,
whiskey.
the
This is
vanishing
Vanishing
point
Pint.
is
That's not going to get me anywhere. That's
a
going to take me
vanishing
right.
pint. That's when you drink really fast.
right.
It's a vanishing
Vanishing.
pint. Um,
uh,
oh,
Vanishing Point
whiskey.
whiskey.
Oh, they said they spelt it without the H. It's just WISKY, whiskey. Is that right?
Is that how they spell it in Japan?
I don't
That's
know.
really
In pilots, PR is
that's really
spelled
interesting.
whiskey. Well,
Well, if anyone has it, because I can't seem to look it up either. I'm too flustered to even
huh.
to look it up.
I'm gonna.
Yes, if you could share.
Well, that's really interesting. You can only buy it in person. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All
Oh,
the alarms are
you
going
know
off.
what? You know what that means. You know what that means. Trip to Japan.
Just
Woo!
for a pen. Book that flight.
trip to Japan. I
I
guess we're
remember
gonna have to find a reason to
somebody
go.
yeah, somebody commented on my Japan video, like, "You actually went to Japan just to buy pens?" I said, "Not
Well,
really, but
and to stop at the 7-Eleven.
yeah, that's right.
Hello.
They're everywhere. 7-Elevens are everywhere."
That's what I want to go to Tokyo so bad. I mean, number one, pen shopping. Number two, use luxury bag shopping. Number three, 7-Eleven. That's all I want to
You don't
do.
even need a number 4 because so we did a ramen tour when we were in Tokyo. So
Oh
you
my
have to add that
gosh.
as number 4 because it was really fun.
Yes.
So maybe we should just go
Wow.
to the Tokyo Pen Show. It'll be
I
a write-off.
I want to so bad. Tokyo
Yeah.
Pen Show.
Yeah, the pen shopping is great.
Yes.
So how's everybody in the chat doing today? It's so nice to see everybody. I'm happy to be back. Guitar shopping in Japan. Ooh, that's fun. I did some
That is
thrifting as
fun.
well. You can really, it's sold out online already. Okay, well, see, what I don't know can't hurt
Wow.
me. Hi from Michigan. Hi,
Hi,
Mary.
Michigan.
Hello, hello. So Vanessa, what are we chatting about today?
Well, I think the first thing that was on the list was our dream pen.
Our dream pen. I know I put that in there and I was thinking, is it a dream pen? Maybe right now my dream pen is the whiskey vanishing point that I
It
can't
might
get.
be. That might be your new dream pen, the whiskey vanishing point.
Hi, Andrea. How are you? We have Germany here.
Wow,
the
Germany,
Netherlands.
Netherlands. It's late for you guys too, so I really appreciate you tuning
Thank
in
you.
because
Thanks
I
for
mean,
being here for
it's
sure.
very, very sweet, very nice.
I was thinking in terms of like if you could create one. I when I wrote it, I realized you can interpret it either way. But like, is there some sort of a combination? What got me
Oh,
thinking, I don't know if it was Turn Pen or Taylor. Somebody on Instagram said, give me a combination, like a ratio of colors and what you would like pearls or sparkles,
oh, that's
white,
an
brown.
interesting question.
And
See,
it was
because
really
that's
interesting to read all the comments of what
yeah,
people would be like a beautiful combination of material and color.
right.
So that's what kind of got me thinking. So either way, if there's a dream pen that's like on your wish list right now,
Yes, there
or,
is, as a matter of fact.
oh,
Can you
as a
see
matter
it?
of fact, oh, well, okay,
That's when I saw that, I was like, oh well, obviously
that's easy.
it's a Tasha Winter's breath. I mean,
Stunning.
hello.
Yes, if you could pick anything,
I've been
right?
wanting this pen for like since it came out, so it's a couple of years now, but
That's like
it's just so
a
expensive.
beautiful combination of
Uh,
the eggshells and
Rated,
the
I mean,
Raiden.
just everything. So,
Have you ever held it at a pen show? Is it something that you've
oh
tried?
yes, I have.
They were,
You know who
in
has it?
Orlando.
You know who has it? Is Claire
I can
Coco.
guess.
I'm so jealous when she showed that. I was like, oh no, it just ripped my heart out.
That
She's a
is
newbie to fountain pens and she's got my grail.
that's a grail. I know, she's got some beautiful,
She
beautiful
has a great
pens.
collection. If you guys haven't seen it yet. So
Yeah, actually, she did a collection video,
did she?
and
I must have
yeah,
missed that.
it was fascinating, just pens, like, piled on her dining room table. A lot of them she was gifting, but
Oh
it's just so
gosh.
much
I need to
fun to
send her my
see,
address.
right? I know. Maybe she'll send it your way. Hi, Sanji, how are you? Yeah, ST DuPont
Yes.
Stones, Fortune, Butterfly, Sapphires, and Diamonds fountain. I need to
That
dream
sounds
bigger.
very expensive.
Wow.
Like real sapphires and diamonds? Is that what we're talking about? Because
I'm sure that's expensive.
jeez.
These are
All right,
fun to
let's see.
see. I'm great,
Yeah.
kids. Oh, and we have somebody in Canada
Canada.
in the
I
house.
saw someone from Malaysia is here. Wendy.
Write in the
Hello,
chat if
Wendy.
you are outside of the United States, just like write the country you're from so we have them all in a row. That'd be really
Yes.
fun to see.
Yeah.
What I
I'd like
keep
to
trying
see
to,
who's
oh,
all
this
here.
one. Naginata
Naginata
Fude.
Fuda.
These are gorgeous.
Yes.
I don't even know that I have. Hunting for the dream pen is quite fun.
Yes. Agreed.
Michael, you were in Orlando, weren't you?
I think so.
Yes, with his wife. The longer the name, the higher the price, right?
Seems like it. Certainly seems like that. So yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just, but what's cool is I have no problem admiring these pens from afar. I mean, I would love to own them.
Mhm.
And I've actually thought about selling my whole collection just to get, like, and then I was like, I can't part ways with some of these pens. These are like my babies. It's like
Yeah.
asking me to, here we go with Sophie's Choice again. It's like asking me to pick one of my kids.
Hello,
Sweden's
Val.
here,
How are you?
Australia,
Is this
Mexico.
unbelievable?
Oh my gosh.
This is so
Wow.
cool to
This
me.
is very cool.
Really fun. This is what I love about fountain
Yes.
pens.
Me
Um,
too. This is the best. Like, I'm like wringing my hands like, yes, where are you all from?
it's so much
Where?
fun. It's just a global hobby, and it's just it blows my mind. That's part of the fun for me. The Leonardo Momento Zero Grande. Oh, the Dutch Pen Show exclusive.
Yes,
Um,
I got to see that in person. I don't have it, but it was beautiful, like a beautiful green color.
Beautiful.
It's really, really
Salvatore
beautiful.
was, just on Yost's, show yesterday. I just
Oh,
watched it
really?
yesterday. I think he may have just uploaded it yesterday, and Inks and Anchors, from Canada, what's her name? I can't think of it right
I
now.
can't think of her name either.
Aziza, her
Oh, Aziza
partner.
and her.
Yes, she's lovely.
Yes.
But she was the co-host, but, he was sharing all of his pens from 2023, and he was very excited. And of course, Yost was like, "Well, I know the best one you have in that pen case," because it was the Dutch one.
Of
But it was
course.
really beautiful. It was really beautiful.
Well,
Um,
28 fountain pens and growing. You go.
I love it.
Good for you.
I do have those moments of, do you that we're going to talk later about our plans for our fountain pens, or just pens in general. What are our thoughts for 2024 going into the new year? How we're going to approach our collection, if we have an approach. I throw these things in the title, and then Vanessa's like, "What are we talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought this sounded fun." So we don't really
No,
discuss it
well, you know
beforehand.
how it is. I can talk about anything. You make up the topics and I just go along with it,
Yeah,
because I have no problem talking about it.
anything we can
Anything,
chat.
really. I could
Yes.
talk about anything.
Um,
So,
I don't really have a, specific pen in mind, so I'm glad people. Oh, Candace. Yes, Candace. Thank you so much.
Candace,
Yes.
that's right. And I've met
Um,
her, and that's why I was like, I feel so horrible not remembering her name. I'm
it's
so
funny because
bad remembering names.
I remember their Instagram handle, which is
Yes.
why on my other account, I'm Lori's Boston Found, and it throws me off not having Lori in my name over here, but you're smart because 'cause you're
That's
Vanessa.
why I just leave it. It's my name. It's been my name since like 2012.
It never goes away. Yeah, you can never go wrong using your name
Right.
as any of that. I think my next will either be a Leonardo Momento Zero or another
Another
Esterbrook.
Esterbrook. Hey, Vanessa 10 gets you 10% off. So just
Yep, and
saying.
everyone's very excited about that aqua pen.
I
And
know.
actually, I was thinking about that aqua pen when I bought this impulsively, and then I was like, "I just love this color so much."
Yeah. I mean, that has your name written all. I saw your unboxing on Instagram,
Oh,
and I was like, that has her name written all over that
what does that
pen.
say about me? I wish I need
So
to lean into brighter colors and things like that, but I don't. I admire them, but then I go on to those Instagram channels with the planner girls who have everything that coordinates, and their everything is
yeah.
just
See, I
it's
don't
so
coordinate. I
neutral.
just, if it's colorful, I want it. Like, if it's a beautiful, I don't care if it matches anything. It could clash with everything. I want it. I love it
When
when
I
it's
look at
nice
things in
color.
isolation, that's how I feel, but then when I
Yeah.
take a step back and I see how people, like, put everything together, I'm always like, "Oh, I love that." Like, I love the neutral, I do. Yeah, that aqua one is beautiful. The white Esterbrook people are definitely excited about. Um, Waiting for the white Esterbrook.
I
Is
am
that the
too.
aqua? No, the
I'm
aqua
waiting
was a
for that.
re-release that they
Go
are
ahead.
selling
I
in
have
their
the aqua.
boxes.
Aqua's right here. Hold on. Hold on. Everybody calm down. Here's the here's the
It's
aqua. So see, the light in here is really,
it's
it's very
gorgeous with the
hot.
gold. I do love it.
Yeah, I with silver, I think the silver would have got washed out with this. Is the
The
lighting
gold is really nice.
it's the light in here. I'm so sorry, guys. It feels like it's bright and
When
just
you see this pen online, you can really, I feel like you can see many layers of the resin, and the acrylic is so pretty.
here, I even do a little, hold on, if I can reach it. Here's a little disco blue light action
I'm
for
going
y'all
to.
just to get it here.
Oh, I like the rose
You
gold.
can't
Oh
see
yeah.
it. It glows in the blue light a little bit. So that's what I
Oh
was trying to
really?
show y'all. That
It's
didn't work
beautiful.
out. Anyway, yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
You know what other blue pen was just released that I'm a little tempted by is the Goulet exclusive, the Montegrappa Elmo. It's
Oh,
I
yes.
think it has the diamond cast in it, and it's really deep blue and
Yes.
then turquoisey, and then I think the section is like the color of sand. It's a really beautiful, beautiful combo.
Yeah, that's yeah, I've seen that one. I got the email and I was like,
I'm sorry, I
Goulet
missed a
pens.
few
Oh,
things.
okay.
Hi, Vicky. How are you? Oh, I got, DPS. Oh, Dutch Pen Show on Fountain Pen Day. Is that what that means?
Yes.
That is fantastic. Candace, we got that one. Um,
Denise D asks, is Pelican M600 whites worth the money? You mean the Pelican with the
oh, the
white?
white one with the, well, I think the red one
You
is.
mean this one? This gorgeousness?
That one's beautiful. I'm much more tempted by that than I was by the green and silver, but I love the
Yes.
white.
And I do have the green and silver one, but I have to say that I do find this more attractive. I think it's worth it, especially if you could find it on sale.
Mhm.
Which I got mine. Mine was a, I think this was my Black. Did I get it for Black Friday or was it the? I got it some special that I think
I
it
don't
was
know
the
if it
Black
was Black
Friday special
Friday.
for Apple Bowl.
Mhm.
They had 20%
You know
off or
who has
something.
that for a good price right now? I think is Cult
I
Pens.
was
It's
going to say
been
Colt pens. If you're going to buy a Pelican, and I do this in my review videos too, if you're going to buy a Pelican, do not buy it in the US. I am so sorry, Pen Chalet, Gold Spot, everybody else. I love you guys. If you're going to get a Pelican, get it from the European market. Get it from Colt Pens. Apple Boom's prices are good too. It's usually about $100 or more,
it's pretty
or
significant.
less than the US price. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
They are totally giving it to the US as far as pricing is concerned. I mean, they're just like, it makes me so mad.
Well, that's like when I was in Japan. It was before I got my M800, my brown black M800
Mhm.
Pelican, and I had it in my hand out there, and I was like, "You cannot buy a Pelican in Japan. Like, put it down and go over and look at the sailors." Like, I just because the Japanese pens are just so much less money over there.
I know. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yes, and there was still so much that I missed. Um,
Someone asked us, I saw one
Thank
is
you, Megan. Thank you,
I
Megan.
someone asked if I had a problem with staining on the white section. This is I actually have a 3 or 4 with the white. I've never had a problem with staining.
That's
Not at
wonderful.
all. I think some people have complained about it, but I've never had a problem with the staining at all. And I have like there's like a deep blue ink in here right now.
Mm.
So
I kind of feel like no matter what pen you're using, if you just like clean the section
just
after
clean
you
it.
flip it, just clean it right away. I feel
Yeah,
like,
right.
knock on wood, I mean, I haven't had any issues yet.
No,
Oh,
that's
you
what
know
just
what?
wipe it off.
Sanji says she's looking at the sea glass pen, and I have a feeling Vanessa has the sea glass and the aqua. Would you mind putting those side by side? Because I've often wondered what's the difference.
Okay, but I have to go to the cabinet.
Oh, don't worry. Whoa, what just happened? Did anybody
I
see
don't
those balloons? What just
I
happened?
don't know, but the balloons were fun.
Sanji, did you do that? I don't know where those, I think the balloons came up because people are so excited that you went to the cabinet.
Let me get the Esterbrook case out.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna try to get through some of these.
Okay.
Um,
I had to unplug to go do that. So,
oh, yeah, Vicky was saying she's getting a Frisbee. That's what she's asking. I was wondering the same thing, Sanji, which one she was getting with the rose gold. Okay, here we go. Everybody pause.
I'm flexing right now. Hold on.
That's okay. Oh, wait, there's more, but wait, there's more. Janice,
Okay.
I hope you love your Pelican.
Yes. I actually,
If you're less,
Pelican,
that's worth
so
it.
Pelican, if I had to pick a pen that I could, that I have to live with forever, it would be a Pelican because
Ooh.
I've never had any hard starts with Pelican pens. I've always had decent luck with them. So, all right. So
I've been loving
again,
them.
apologies for the lighting. So here is your
That's okay.
sea
We'll get the
glass,
gist of it.
the sea
Wait, don't
glass
tell
with
me
the
which is
aqua.
well. I'm
Oh,
guessing the sea. No, I'm guessing the sea
hold on.
glass is in your right hand. Let's block my eyes. Okay. Pick a hand.
Okay. Which
Yeah.
is
So
which?
sea glass is in your left hand.
Oh,
That's sea
sorry.
glass,
This
right?
camera is like everything's the opposite. It gets me
Well, they are
confused.
quite different. I was assuming they might be similar, but they are
Mm-mm.
different.
So the sea glass is definitely more green
Yes.
and yellows, and the aqua. Well, I mean, it's aqua. It's aqua. What can I tell you?
So what do we think? Ooh, you have a lot. I feel like you have more variation in the sea glass, but the aqua is
Hmm.
just so beautiful with the gold.
So the aqua to
Mhm.
me, it's more of a. It's like turquoise and white, light turquoise. I mean,
Mm.
there's some chatoyance
Mhm.
in the material. I'm using big words today.
Yes.
And the sea glass is a little more muted. It's a little more subdued,
It
but
really does look just like sea
it
glass.
looks like sea
It
glass.
really
It
does.
really
It was named
does.
well.
So it was named very well, and I'm sure it was Brian Holzer that named it. I think he names all the pens.
So
So
smart.
he
Those are
is. He's such
beautiful.
a
Okay,
smart
so do
guy.
we have, what's the consensus? What do you all think?
Here, let me
Hi,
hold it up again.
Ethan. How are you?
Ethan. That's my son's
Hello.
name. That's why
Uh,
I saw Ethan here. It's like,
Ethan here.
what's he doing here?
Sorry, I wanted to say Lamy Caveco and Pelican are all German brands, but I buy Esterbrook Face Fuchsia.
Face fuchsia, tongue out.
Okay. Oh, you're embarrassed? I don't know. Have to get them both. I did that one. Maybe the sea glass. I'm fine. Uh, yeah,
That's good.
it's tough. It's a tough decision. I think it's
Yeah,
really fun to see them both side by side. And
it
it's
is.
amazing how we can just get sucked in just by a color, right? Because we're
It's
the
the
nib,
same, guys. It's the same pen.
it's the same pen,
It
the
is the
same
same
nib.
pen, same
Mhm.
nib. The only
Yes,
difference is the material colors. That's it.
yes.
But
I
we're
think
all
the sea
crazy
glass
here,
has
right? So it's okay.
we're all crazy.
We're all
Yes.
crazy.
This is why I'm like, it's just easier to collect Cavecos because they're $25.
And you know what? I ordered that Kaweco, the silver one
Yes,
from
we were
Colt
talking. So,
Pens.
Vanessa was looking for a 10% code,
I
which
was like, give me that code.
I never got to you. I still don't know how to find mine. And I just got another message from them. So this is, do you have the gold one from
I do
last
have
year?
the
You
gold
do.
one. I do.
Cult Pens had this pretty gold one
Yes.
last year. Now, did you get an ink that went with the silver? I feel like mine was purchased as a gift set. I got this and like I think it was Diamine Sunburst ink with it.
No, I didn't get it. It was just the pen itself, and my goal was just the pen. I didn't have
Yeah.
any special ink that went with it or anything like that.
It is pretty because these are like semi-transparent. Well, yeah.
Yes,
And the silver's the same way, right?
right. So that's what I saw when I saw the silver come out. I was like, well, duh. I have to get the silver to go with the gold.
Yeah, I feel like the impulse buying is a little bit more affordable when it's like Twisbies and
Yes, but you
Cavecos
know,
and
but that's what I don't mind. I don't mind spending the money on the Kaweco because that Kaweco at Colt Pens was $27,
right, right.
and it's a limited edition. Like once it's gone, it's gone.
Mhm.
So
That would be yeah, ooh, pretty. Okay.
I mean, that's what can
Oh
I
my
say?
goodness. I better go get it. How
Yes,
are
you
you
better
ladies
run.
liking I do have my Tarasso this week. Last week I couldn't find mine.
I think I've got
Vanessa, I
mine in the
believe,
queue.
has a broad or a double broad,
I have a broad.
and I have a medium,
It's a juicy broad.
of course.
Roll credits.
Of course it's a juicy. Mine's a juicy
Juicy
medium.
broad, a juicy medium.
Yeah, I do like it. I love the material. I love the colors. I do think this price tag was pretty hefty, but beautiful.
Yes, for a Kaweco, yes, I do agree that the price is a little high
I feel like if
compared
this, so,
to.
you know, when I got my mini, my TWSBI mini, and this feels like more of a luxury pen than this.
I
And the
agree.
rose gold on this was like $84 and this was 125. So it's a tough call.
It is a
I
tough
feel like
call.
this price point would have been great at like 85.
I would have, even 95. I would go with 95, but
Gotta go
I do
shy of
agree.
100 on
I do
this. So
agree with you.
I'm glad I have it. But I don't think I'm gonna buy any other from this collection. I absolutely
No,
do love this.
I'm done with this collection. This was the only one I was going to get. I just find the colors of the other in this series, I mean, it doesn't really do anything for me.
I feel like they're a little bit more basic. Like, of course, I like the one that's kind of like the brown and the black. I like that one, but I feel
Yeah,
like that is similar to a lot of other pens you can
right.
get.
So
Where
yeah,
this one, I felt like
if they
the
have one
pattern
that
was
came out
unique.
in like, I don't know, like a red or, a turquoise,
Mm.
then, maybe I would have expanded the collection a bit more, but
Something that pops a little more.
something that pops a little bit, just like somebody else written here that their
$170.
stuff doesn't match either. And hey,
Sorry.
that's awesome.
That is crazy. Look at this price in Australia.
Is it Australian dollars or US dollars? Just curious. Because if that's in US dollars, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
You got the medium, Vicky. I like the medium.
Oh, Lori's code. There you go.
Mineral white.
That's a good price.
Mineral white for 93. That is good. I
That's
feel like
very
my code
good.
is only 10%, and I
It
don't even know how to
is.
get it to you.
Okay, I know how to get it to you now because I figured it out.
You figured out my code or a
Yes,
code?
your code. If you want to use Lori's code, all you have to do is you say, I think there's a spot where you can click on it and it says something about like recommended by a friend or something like that. And you put in her email.
Okay, you know what's funny about that, Vanessa? They followed up with me and they said, a friend said you recommended cult pens. But it was associated with my time with Tata email, which would make sense. But when
Yeah.
I first registered, I think I used either Lori Tata 1973 or I used Lori's Boston Found. So they weren't recognizing it. So I had to send them a couple emails. And then once they recognized what my account was associated with, what's funny is it's not like a monetary value. Like if you use my code at Atlas today, I believe is 15% off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get it in like cash value credit on Atlas.
Okay.
But with cult pens, I get a 10% discount, which is what everybody gets using my code. So there's actually no benefit to,
I
which
really
is
think
fine. No benefit to me, but I
don't
still
know.
go back and find my own code to use it. But that's really interesting. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that.
That's why I was like, well, let me put in her email. And so that's what I went to my Gmail and I copied your
And then
email
they
and
gave you
put it
the
in and it
10%.
worked. Yeah. And I got to 10%. So
Fantastic.
also I have to say that deal, like, okay, well, they get 10% and then you get 10%. Pardon my French, but that's kind of shitty. That's what on Colt pens.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I was like, really? That's
like
how
at
you.
least at Atlas, if you purchase something, then like it goes into like a fund for me. So it's like building. Like I think right now I
Yeah,
have
so
like
that's cool.
$250 there that I'm just saving.
Right.
But I
And
mean,
that's
I'm still
very
happy
cool.
people get the 10%. But yeah, that I guess there could be some other benefits, you know. But I'm happy about that. I have never ordered from Jet Pens.
I have. They're very good.
Does it
They're very
take a
good.
long time to get their stuff in?
No, not at all. They ship pretty fast too.
That's better.
109. That's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
that's still below
And I must have used I think
retail.
mine came from Atlas, so I think I got 15% off.
Okay. That's
This is
good.
what I love about it too, Andrea, is that it pairs with a lot of inks, but for me, it pairs with a lot of like kind of neutrally inks as well.
Yes.
it's multicolored without being super loud, I feel, which is kind of fun. Sanji, I guess just put my email in, loriesbostonfound@gmail.
No, it was time with Tata.
Time with
That's
Tata.
the one
No,
that
but they
worked for me.
bounced it back to me and said
Oh,
that
they
that's
did?
so
Oh,
I had to
okay.
send
Okay.
it in. So yeah.
Don't listen to what I just said.
I think whatever you put in, they'll email me and then I will come back. But Cult gave me $10 off, but it expires Christmas Eve, so not enough to get it free with. Okay. Well, anyways, speaking of New Year's Eve, or that you said Christmas Eve, and I'm segueing into New Year's. Does anybody have, well, Vanessa, I'll ask you, do you have any plans for pens in the new year, or is it just going to be business as usual on January 1st? Or like, what do you want to get from your collection, or perhaps your YouTube channel or Instagram or our podcast or whatever? Like, what are your thoughts on the new year and how your pen life will go?
I'm smiling because I'm thinking of myself. Every year I tell myself, slow down. This year I'm going to slow down. This year I'm not going to buy a bunch of pens.
And she's laughing.
Yeah, I always break that.
And you don't sell any of your pens. You just keep them.
I do.
You've
I mean, yeah, I've sold a couple because they're not, either I'm not interested anymore in them or they don't get used enough. So I have sold those off, but no, for the most part, I mean, you could see. So, I mean, I didn't shut my cabinet door, obviously, but if you look, these are all pens in here. Those are like cases and folios, all kinds of it. And then there's pens in here.
Oh, in the drawers.
Yes. And this camera angle just, I'm like,
but do you find that you revisit pens? Like, do you feel like there are pens? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like I'll go and look for a pen, and then I opened up the case. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that.
Yeah.
I'll ink that up instead.
That looks like fun.
That looks like a nice pen.
Yeah, and I'm trying to use kind of like the currently inked thought for the month by just like motivating to pull out pens that might remind me of the season, or just, something about the pen and the month that inspire me, like all my fall colors in October and that sort of thing.
Yes,
so,
I do that too. How many pens does Vanessa have?
I don't know if Vanessa has counted recently.
I haven't. That's the $1 million question. That's everybody asks. I'm like, I really don't know. Too many or not enough.
I find like currently right now, I feel like if I'm inspired by a pen, like if I'm a hustler, so if there was a pen that I really wanted that was expensive, I would say, okay, I could like identify 5 or 6 things I could sell right now and then, get that pen like as an exchange.
So how many things would you sell to get the Tasha Winter's Breath?
How much does that cost?
A couple of grand. Yeah. I could part with a Chanel, but I don't want to do that.
I was just going to say, you have a lot of bags. That could be a good budget for that. I feel like with the way that handbag prices are increasing right now, it is insane. Like I followed that market for a while and it's just crazy. Like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull used to be like $800 or $900. And now it's like $1,600 or $1,700. It's
so
like
crazy.
It goes up every year. I think Chanel had like 2 or 3 price increases. So like when I was
price increase every year,
all the time. So I just think that they're at the point where, I think they're trying to be the Birkin bag and they're trying to, and I guess I'm a little turned off by it because I guess I just use my pen so much that I get a lot of enjoyment. So I'm happy with the luxury handbags that I have. I still would like a Chanel. I would like an Yves Saint Laurent. There's one that I've had my eye on for a while, but I feel like a lot more patient with bags now because I just get more excited about pens. So weird. I could be a different phase next year, but
I get excited by both.
I think I was just, I don't know. I just feel like I use my pens more. I think because of my job and I'm just like thrifting all the time.
Right.
But yeah, so I can see myself kind of hustling. I have some items from Japan, mostly from the Hobonichi store that I need to sell like yesterday because
Oh,
it's the new
really?
year. Well,
Listen up, everybody.
I got 2 of the weeks. So I got the botanical weeks and then I got the olive leather, and I actually really like the olive leather for my
Mhm.
weeks. So I'm selling this, and then this is not very me, but I got, again, caught up in the moment at the Hobonichi store because it was so much less money. And I got this is kind of a fun case, but I just don't think I'm going to use it because I was getting I think this is for an A6. It's
Oh, that's
fabric
cool.
and it's embroidered and it's navy blue. It's cool, but I'm in my notebooks all day and this zips all around and I just want something to
You
open.
could, yeah, the zipper, yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would prefer a zipper on something that I wasn't in so frequently. And I
Yes.
think I'm going to sell my arrow, my diplomat arrow. Someone from Madrid reached out to me who I think watches the podcast and was inquiring about that. So yeah, I think there's just a few. I think in the new year I just want to destash a bunch of
Yeah.
things and
I actually I don't use my diplomats, and I should.
I
And I've
don't
got
really
a few of
mind the
them.
metal section, but for whatever, I think because that is, it has a little texture to it. I don't know what it is, but that slips all around in my hand.
Oh, really?
So like my Mont Blancs with the metal section don't bother me, but and it's such a pretty pen and it writes like a dream and
Mhm.
it's beautiful, but I just don't use it. Yeah, this is
That's,
very
yeah.
slippery to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's,
it's
I
a
don't
great
use
pen.
diplomats hardly ever. I should get rid of them.
Yeah.
I should.
How much for the zipper one? I haven't run comps. I haven't seen what the going rate is. I would probably just do a little bit above retail if I'm on like a site that takes 20%. And if I do it direct, I think I saw like 140 for that. It's expensive.
Yeah,
'Cause
Hobonichi. I never
it's
got
just
into
fabric.
Hobonichi because it's so expensive.
Yeah, and this is
Cute
the case,
stuff, but yeah.
and this is the sterling ink, and it's kind of that leatherette. I
Mhm.
don't really even think I need a whole bunch over this because it's pretty, just like this, and it's got the gold foil. And this will be like my main thing.
Right.
And I just have Moterm for my weeks in black, which I really like.
You're so I mean, you've
And
got
then
your
my
stuff
olive.
so organized and planned out. I'm like here with like Post-it notes. It's Friday, and then sticking it somewhere like so I don't forget stuff.
I feel like it's a little smoke and mirrors for me. I'm somewhat organized, but I'm not like that good. I have pretty cases that make me look organized, but I'm
Yeah.
not as good as I should be. I'm really gonna zone in on my weekly spreads, my layouts this week, so I can really determine how I wanna, because I have to do my whole like planner video, like what I'm moving into, what I'm doing in each thing.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. You're
yeah.
really good at keeping up with all that. If anyone's watching, if you watch my pen reviews, I am so sorry. I've been so lazy that I haven't felt like filming any reviews. But
You have such a catalog of reviews though.
I know,
Honestly,
but
I
I
could put
have
in
pens
almost
sitting
any pen and
here.
you pop up.
I have pens sitting here that I need to review, and I just haven't got. I mean, I've got like 6 pens I need to, and I'm just so lazy.
But
And
by need, are these pens that were sent to you from companies and that's why you need to review them, or they're just
yeah,
new and you wanna review them?
well, some of them are from Appleblom
Yoast.
that I need to do.
Mhm.
And he's probably like, "Where are my reviews?" I'm
Yes.
sorry, I am lazy. I'm so lazy right now. But that's one of my New Year's resolutions. So like in the pen thing, I I plan to start. I will start reviewing again.
Doing reviews. I'm not the greatest about reviews either because I'm just not I'm not a very technical person. So I feel like my reviews are not all that
Well, I'm
valuable.
not
Like,
either. I mean, I'm not a technical person either, but I just, I will tell you what I think about it. And
but
if
like
I think
just
the
your
price is
review
fair,
of that Van Gogh, like you knew the history of it and
yeah,
use
well, I would hope so. I mean,
you're
I'm an art
she's an art
historian,
history
and
buff.
that would be pathetic if I didn't know what I was talking about. It's like, oh yeah, it's by Van Gogh,
Yeah, that's what I would say.
you know?
I wouldn't know.
There you go.
I'm sorry, I've missed a couple things.
Oh,
Oh, hi, Kate. I'm so excited. I just purchased a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande PM1 after trying to find one. Those sold out fast. What was nice about those is that the one that had the matte finish and the polished, Kate? I love that one because I got the matte one and I love the ink window in it. And I love that you could get it in a steel nib. I love Leonardo steel nibs.
They're really good. They used to not be good. They used to use Bach nibs and they were not any good. But when they switched to Yoho, they got so much better.
Mm.
Oh, David, how dare you ask that question?
What are your writing desks
You
like?
don't want to know. It's such a mess.
Yours is a mess. I don't know. Maybe I can take a picture of mine's kind of messy right now because I have you propped up. I
That's what,
did get
yeah,
a
it's
new
the
desk
same.
for this. I bought it on Craigslist, and when I was thrifting, I met someone in kind of a city area in Waltham for people who are watching. And I was on Moody Street in Waltham for any Mass people. And it was like there were cars, and I was like walking down the street with this desk because I bought it from somebody in an apartment. But it was wooden. And when I got my light that goes overhead to film down when I'm doing like whatever pen stuff, this is
Right.
different than the content I film for my other channel. I had a white IKEA desk, and the reflection on the white, like, it was just bad. I
It's too
just wanted
bright.
something
Yeah.
soft and natural. So I got a secondhand wooden desk that I really do like. But my son's like childhood hutch is over here to the right, and that is what is just crowded with junk. Gold Spot has a sale. Now I get
Oh, really?
curious.
What are the pens? What does that mean? Which pens? The Van Gogh pens?
Oh, somebody said the pictures of the red pens on IG are gorgeous, though, Vanessa. That is a really pretty,
I
that
love
was a
red
nice
pens. It's the
one.
holidays, you know. I was thinking about doing my green pens next, but yeah, you know, it's a week. It's a week till Christmas,
I
everybody.
know. I got to get on all that stuff.
I have
But
so much stuff to wrap.
oh gosh, I've
I
been
haven't
wrapping like
wrapped it yet.
crazy. On my other channel, my video, I do a declutter video on Fridays, and last week I did decluttering your holiday clutter. You know, the bags, the ribbons, the
Yes.
gift paper, the tissue paper. Like there's so much clutter. The receipts that come in. It was just all on my dining room table. So I think I wrapped like 32 presents over the weekend.
Oh my gosh. I haven't even got started yet. It's like a week away. I'll do it like Sunday night.
Um, oh, I have the common planners too, Lori. A5 mist. Oh, the mist is a pretty blue. B6 mauve and the caramel passport. Ooh, oh, I did get the passport too. I
Is
don't know
this
about that one.
Habenichi? Still
I'm
Habenichi?
intimidated by that. Oh, so you got one in every size, Vicky. That's ambitious. That's
You got to
pretty.
try everything to know what you like.
Yeah, that's
I
true. That's
mean,
true. I'm a little nervous about moving into the B6, but I think I'm going to like it. I do.
B6 is a good size.
I
I
think
really
it's a
like
nice
B6 a lot.
size.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to order Leonardo Memento Zero? I've gotten a couple of mine from Gold Spot with good.
Yeah, Gold Spot. And yes, Pen Chalet always has a coupon code that you can use.
Okay.
They have, I should, I mean, we talk about this a lot, right? Like how to discount. So, Pen Chalet, if you are a veteran, if you are a first responder, or you are a teacher, they give 15% off.
Wow.
So keep that in mind. And they seem to always have 10% off, it seems
Yeah,
like. So,
that's great.
yeah,
I am
Pen Chalet is a
pretty
good brand, a good store.
Lao saying try Endless Pens. Endless Pens always has good deals, and I let the Kisan go. They sold out, and I got my little bear instead. Atlas Stationers, I know that I know that my 15% works on Leonardo's. It does not work on TWSBI. It does not work on
TWSBI
Esterbrook.
doesn't do discounts.
Galen Leather and Sailor does not work on
No,
those
yeah,
brands.
yeah.
Stilo Style, I've never thought of them as like a go-to.
They're good though. Like I've ordered stuff from them before and they ship fast.
That's great.
They
And I've
do.
been and Muse pens as well is where I
I've
got
never
their.
ordered from Muse. I Muse pens I haven't ordered from. Do they
Yeah,
ship
and
pretty fast?
they shipped quickly, and if you DM, he'll always give you like what the Hong Kong price is and the conversion rate, and he gives me 10%, and I think he may have even given me a code to share
Very
for
nice.
10%. Yeah, with Muse. And so he just posted like a Hello Kitty Kaweco, and it was almost like a rose gold aluminum.
Uh-huh.
It was just a pretty pink, and I asked about it, but it was, I want to say it was like over 150. And I'm like, no, I'm
Yes.
all set with that.
Anything that's Hello Kitty or Sanrio related,
Mhm.
it's going to be over. I think I have that pen you're talking about.
It's pretty. There's a
Yeah.
purple one and a pink one.
I have the pink.
Oh, I love the pink one. Um,
Customs and duty charges. That's what I'm seeing at the very bottom. Sorry, I'm skipping all the way down.
yes, I'm sorry, and I should
Sorry.
be going, I would say maybe I should put my glasses on because I'm much quicker on the draw here. Really depends on the Leonardo you're looking at. They're sold all over. This was when you were talking about a dream pen. I think it was just because I was watching the Leonardo episode on Apple Boom. I
Oh,
would
okay.
love some sort of a coffee themed Leonardo. So like my colors, but bling it up a little bit. And I mean, I guess that's what that's what the Banu is, but I want
Yeah.
Leonardo's take on it. And I want it more
That
with
would
like
be
a
a good
pinky
take on
brown.
it.
I bet they would do such a great job with it.
So mine, make it pink, make it sparkly, red, sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if I
Red
could
is
get like
like
a red and pink
so great
combination,
for
that
you.
would be
Red and
really
pink would be
awesome.
interesting. It would be.
Yeah.
Leonardo's. I don't.
Yeah, I saw
Denise,
that
where
custom.
do you live? I don't know that. Yeah, I guess I did have that on that. I feel like my friend Karina, she gets hit with customs a lot up in Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tuning in to watch on the big screen. Oh, that always freaks me out when I know people,
really?
when I'm on someone's like,
HD?
yes.
I hope it.
Like sometimes people will take a screenshot of like, a video that they're watching and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like when I edit, I'm like on this small thing and I'm like, no, but thank you. I hope we look okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Rob. We appreciate that.
I'm ready for my close up now.
Yes. Coffee themed Leonardo, right? That's my dream. That's what I would love.
Maybe you should write to them and talk to Salvatore about it. Or do you know Clarissa
Snowy Studio?
Snowy Studio?
Yes.
If you were to just suggest it, she has the ear of Salvatore. So
Oh, maybe I will. I mean,
just,
I
yeah,
was thinking about writing just on that episode because he's just so creative and I think the question that somebody asked from Apple Boom last week, they always ask a question, like a follow-up question for the next
right.
guest was like, what else are you passionate about besides pens? And he's like, it goes beyond passion. It's like an obsession and I can't turn it off. So I really don't think about anything else but pens was basically what he said.
Wow.
And I look for inspiration. So he did say art, maybe that like art was what he was passionate about because the art that he sees inspires him for his pens. But it all kind of
That
comes
makes
back to
sense. I
him.
mean, he's in Italy. I mean, he's surrounded by art. Sorry, I'm like, this chair is like so uncomfortable for me today. So I keep.
Thank you, Tracy. Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
I don't know. I don't know if we are in the big screen. Maybe
Yes, I exfoliate and moisturize. So
Stardust is my latest pen with a stub steel nib, DHL 23 delivery. So yes, we pay a little bit more. Which one is the Stardust? I don't think I know that one. The only stub nib that I have for Leonardo is my my primary manipulation because it was the last one when I ordered it from Gold Spot. So this is a stub nib and it's nice. I really do like it.
That's such a lovely pen.
Yeah, I do love this pen. The other thing that I feel like I'm just repeating everything that happened on Apple Boom. You guys could just like go watch them.
You're great advertising for Yoast. You
Right?
would really like that.
Not sponsored by Yoast.
This is not sponsored by Yoast at all.
I was fascinated to learn. Salvatore was saying that the blanks that he gets from Jonathan Brooks are smaller than most blanks. So it takes 2 blanks to create a pen, which one of my biggest, I almost didn't keep this pen. Bye, Angie. Where you going, honey? Okay. I love you. Have fun.
Hello.
Her shift got canceled because of the weather. Because I always felt like this didn't match this part. And actually, it really doesn't because they're from 2 blanks. Yeah, but when I open it like this, I love the colors underneath. And since I can't post this pen, I'm like, well, I can live with it. But I feel like this is a little more like muddy looking at the top here, this section. But anyways, you
Well,
know,
that makes
it's
sense. Because I've noticed that before I have a couple of Leonardos that are in the Jonathan Brooks material. And I've noticed that the cap seems a little different from, and I guess that's why I never
it
knew that.
doesn't line up. So I think what he said was it takes, 3 blanks and he can do 2 pens and then
The
with 1
caps.
blank and then the cap with 1. So
Oh,
he divides 1 into, so I thought that was really interesting and it made a lot
that
of
is
sense with just with
interesting.
Jonathan Brooks because he does smaller blanks, which I thought was really
That
interesting.
is very interesting. I had no
Yes.
idea.
Okay, let's talk about something other than Yost Appleboom.
He would love this. Yes, let's talk about Yost Applebaum. He
Oh
would
my
absolutely. In
goodness.
fact, I'm gonna mail this clip to him. I'm gonna edit this and I will send it to him. I was like, let's everybody, let's do nothing but talk about how awesome Yost Applebaum is.
Tell Yost to send me a couple of pens. RG says, "Love coffee theme. I have all the Retro 51
Oh,
coffees."
those are I'm really starting to grow an appreciation for the Retro 51 pens. I mean, they're so cool.
Do you have just their ballpoints or do you have any of their fountain pens?
No, I don't have any of their fountains, just two roller balls. I do have another roller ball from them from like
I
the
say
late
ballpoint.
90s. Um, well, I think they do ballpoint and roller ball. I just
Same,
prefer
is
the
it
roller
same?
ball.
Okay.
So
I feel like they're getting more into fountain pens. I've never tried a Retro 51 and I'm like, honestly, I'm trying to not because that
because
seems like a crazy rabbit hole.
there are people who, I mean, some of these are like major collectors kind of things.
I feel like most Retro
Yeah,
51 people are major collectors of
they
Retro
are.
51.
It's so crazy.
Mhm. The only one I came close to buying was that Apple Boom, so I can't even believe I just said that.
Again, here we go.
Here we go.
Yost,
It
you're
was
welcome.
the Winnie the Pooh one. I thought it was really cute, but I'm like, "Oh, it's kinda cutesy." I'm not like, I just wasn't gonna go there, and instead, I bought your candy,
Well, you're
Esterbrook,
welcome.
oversized.
That's
I made
how
the
could
right
you not
choice.
want the candy?
I
That's
made the right
just
choice,
where
did
is
I
my
not?
let's talk about
Um,
here, I'll bring it out since I still have the Esterbrook folio over here.
it's so hard being Canadian, dealing with duties, taxes. Oh, I'm so sorry, but you have Wonder Pens. I do have
Candy.
that.
There it is. It's washed out here.
Mine's pretty bright. It's really pretty. I feel
Yeah.
like mine's super pinky purpley.
They're all different. Yeah, mine has more like hot pink and blue.
They're so
So
pretty.
they're all very different from each other.
Um, maybe interested. Any recommendations for a good pen store in Los Angeles?
Ugh, I have no idea. I didn't. I mean, I
Mm-mm.
know there's the one store that's over in Carmel, but that's quite a drive for you.
Oh, that must be a
Um,
beautiful store. Anything in Carmel, I would drive
can you
to.
imagine? Yeah, it's called like the Pleasure of Writing
Ooh,
or something like that. I can't remember
just
what the
beautiful.
yeah. So one
Um,
day,
I love the Boston store. Yeah, I think it would be really nice, Vanessa, if we could coordinate a meetup in Boston with
hmm
Yoast and we could do the
yeah,
circuit because where I found this pen, I know we were going to go to the Boston General Store, that's on
yes,
your list when you come to
yes,
Boston, but now we
definitely.
have to go to the Paper Mouse in West Newton.
That's what
Where
I'm like. I've never heard of that store either. So yeah, I have
I
to check
believe
that
Claire
out.
Coco went the last time she was in
Oh,
Boston.
did she?
And a couple of people have swiped up on my story and said, "Have you gone here?" And when we left Boston, Apple Booms is in downtown Crossing. It's just kind of a busy area, and we
Mm,
stayed at the Marriott in Copley Plaza, which is also busy. And like once you park your car, you get the car. Like there's also Bob Slate's, which is a really good store, but that's in Cambridge near Harvard. All really busy spots. So we got on the
hmm
Mass Pike and we were driving home. Jay's like, I'm so surprised you didn't buy a pen or anything because usually I would sometimes I'd go to the Burberry store when we'd stay at Copley. Like that was something we did a couple times. We did Louis Vuitton, kind of like an early Christmas present because we always
hmm
stay in Boston. And so I said, well, I think the Paper Mouse, that store is in West Newton. I don't know where that is in relation. He goes, well, I'll stop. So I opened up my phone and it was like the next exit. It was 6 minutes away and like
Perfect.
2.5 miles. So that's how I ended up there.
Perfect.
So the parking was nice. It kind of reminded me a little of like Yoseka vibes, like small
Really?
shop, very like they were wrapping gifts in there. They had some Hobonichi. They had
hmm
lots of things you could try. A lot of like I feel like Yoseka does a lot of stuff. They have a lot of Yoseka merch, like different things within the store that, like the little Yoseka, the fox over the lazy dog stamp. And so
Yes.
this store, the Paper Mouse in West Newton, that's like their little logo. It's like a little paper airplane with the mouse, and like they were giving everybody like free
Oh,
calendars
how
with
nice.
their artwork. And they were a very sweet couple who ran the store. And then I got some of their washi tape because it had, I don't know if this is their specific, but it was like a little mouse with like chalkboard. And I don't know, I was getting
How
all like
cute.
stuff that was, and I was looking for a fun black ink, and I got this Colorverse shiny black.
Oh, I have that. That is awesome. That
It's
is
really pretty.
awesome.
Would
Yes.
you use it as an everyday ink though, or is it too like, does it almost look silver because there's so much sparkle in it? That's what I'm worried
Well,
about.
I mean, it depends, but I would definitely ink like a TWSBI with it to use
Okay.
every day.
It's
Um,
a really pretty ink.
that is a really beautiful ink.
It's a
Yeah,
beautiful color. So I grabbed
it
that.
is.
And oh yeah, like they had, so this was a really cute store. So yes, if we did a meetup with Yoast, see, I had to get some coffee stickers.
Oh,
The Paper Mouse,
those are cute.
1274 Washington Street in West Newton. And it's kind of like Newton's like a little village outside of Boston. So like
Okay.
little restaurants, there's a Dunkin' Donuts right across the street. There's like little things you can do in the area. So it was really fun.
I
Kate, have
have to
you
get
ever
to
been? I
Boston.
feel like Kate has probably been. Oh my gosh, I am so far behind. Yes, Paper Mouse. I'm like chatting away about everything. And
No, I mean that's cool because that's what I've never heard of Paper Mouse. I feel like I've learned something about Paper Mouse.
yeah,
So
so now there's like those 3 stores. So Bob Slate, Apple Boom, and the Paper Mouse.
we'll have
Oh,
to
and the
go on a
Boston General
tour.
Store, because now the general
Boston.
store
So there's
carries
four.
Esterbrook.
So
Oh,
there's
they do have
four.
Troublemakers Inc. They do.
Mm. And
Um,
then let's see here.
oh,
Oh,
Baumkuchen.
I want to visit there.
Oh, they're not
Yes.
open. Oh, are you traveling? Oh, I would be so
I
sad if
will.
I missed that
Yes.
too. So ladies, have you tried Private Reserve Infinity inks? The formula is special not to dry out. I heard Drew Brown talking about this ink.
I've heard of this
Um,
ink. I'm not sure.
I've not tried it.
I haven't tried it. Yeah. So
Mm-mm.
that if you find out, let us know. That's a really interesting. That sounds very interesting, especially if you have a pen that tends to dry out.
So Drew did
Yeah.
like a test where he left his pen uncapped all day, and like
Oh,
every 30 minutes he went in and wrote with it uncapped, and he said sure enough it worked great, which I thought was a great little
really?
test.
That is an awesome test.
Yes. Runs up the apple boom. The Paper Mouse runs up the apple boom. Cute.
That is cute.
Maybe we'll run into each other. Yeah, we should we should definitely do a meetup in Boston.
That would be so much
That would be
fun.
so much fun. Do you think Yost would be up for it?
I don't know how often he goes to Boston. I know he goes every once in a while, but I don't know how
Yeah, we'll
often he
see.
makes it over there.
I know he
Yeah.
was just out before like around Thanksgiving, I
Oh,
believe.
was
It
he?
was right
Okay.
before the Pelican meetup thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll have to ask him.
He was here. Mhm.
I just feel like Yost should just be on this show.
I know. Why don't we get him on here? There's a spot, like we could do like a little 3-person thing like this, and there's a spot for Yost too.
Yeah, we'll have to bring him on. But yeah, we'll probably. I mean, if you guys would like to see us bring on guests to talk with, let us know. Or I mean, if because we've talked about the possibility of bringing people on, maybe starting in the new year. So, or if you would rather just see us talking to each other, um,
And to
you know,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think guests would be fun. I think Yost would actually he'd be a hoot too. He'd be a fun person to start with. Wendy says that's a great idea.
Yoast.
Yeah, maybe we could do like every other week. So I remember when I did the podcast, it was called Thrifter's Villa. It's still around, but I left the podcast about 2 years ago.
Hmm.
But we used to do like almost every other. We would do the two of us, and then we'd have a guest, or if my partner was busy, then I would have a guest on, or she mostly had guests when I was not available, but
Uh-huh.
it was fun to mix it up. And then it was always nice if it was just the two of us, because it was just comfy and we would just do our thing, you know?
Right, right.
Yes, I think that would be
Yeah, I
fun.
think people sound like they would like
Yeah.
guests. So,
All right.
yeah. Okay.
Yes, Hemingway Jones is a local guy. I've
Oh, is
written
he
in,
even? He's in Boston?
yeah, I honestly
Oh, I
think
didn't
he
know
lives
that.
like 10 minutes away from me.
Well, why
Just
aren't y'all
based
hanging
on,
out?
well, I don't know, like I feel like I've commented on his shows, but I'm not in his. He has like a
Oh, in his orbit? Not quite yet.
I don't think I'm in his orbit at all, but I've been, because he does lives on Tuesday nights. But he has a Patreon and I'm not in his Patreon. So I think that
Oh,
that's kind of like his circle.
okay.
Um, and I don't think he really consumes a lot of pen content from other people. So,
Yeah, I
but
don't.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be fun.
I'm not in his orbit either.
Do either of you know if there's a difference of a Mont Blanc nib from the 50s writing similar to new or different? I picked up one on a trip to the UK and loved the nib. Would new be different?
I have no idea.
I can speak to
I was
that
gonna say, yeah, you have
a
more
little
experience with
bit,
that.
only because when I was at the Orlando Pen Show, I like pulled up a chair and didn't leave for about an hour, and I worked. So there's is this my Mont Blanc? Where is it? It's a guy named, I think he's called the Pen Med Student or Med Student something. His name is Sid, and he works with this guy Mike. And anyways, I bought a vintage 149, and he had like a pen case of 6 149s, and I was writing with all of them, and the one that I chose was like a tricolored nib or a bicolored nib, and it was from the, like, he was estimating like 1990 to 1993, and the reason I chose that one was because it was an ebonite feed.
Hmm.
So that's not a different nib, but it's a different feed, because the more modern one, it came down to 2, and the other one was like an early 2000s, and that had a plastic feed, and it
Hmm.
was, I think, solid yellow gold. And I wanted the, or maybe it was just bicolor and I wanted the tricolor. Anyways, I started going down the Mont Blanc nib rabbit hole and watching some content on it. And I am ignorant in the big scheme of things, but I would say that your nib could very well be different from the 50s. So there are a lot of people that do deep dives into Mont Blanc.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm probably not your person for that, but I'm so excited you found one from the 50s. In fact, I
I
was
mean,
looking at
that's
it.
very cool.
Yes. You
That's
can even
very
see
cool.
like the evolution of the nibs on certain websites, like
Hmm.
or blogs. So even if it's not on YouTube, they'll share with you like what the nib looked like, 40s and 50s,
Right.
60s, like through the decades. And it's fascinating to me.
It
And
is
that is one
cool.
thing that I do think separates like a brand like Mont Blanc. I know you're paying a lot for the name brand, but because we get all excited talking about different colors and things like that. But somebody
Hmm.
who has an in-house nib, I do think there's something special about that. That
Agreed.
changes. I mean, sometimes it's an in-house nib and it's not great, but I've had good experience with my Mont Blanc nibs.
I have to. So there
My
you
Greta
go.
Garbo Muse pen, that I
Mhm.
actually have that up for sale. It's so beautiful. I love everything about that, but it's really back heavy and it's like magnetic when it goes on the back. And I've had the cap like fall right
Oh
off.
wow.
And then when you use it without the thing, it's teeny tiny and extremely thin.
Oh
So I
yeah.
thought that was gonna be a forever pen because it's so gorgeous. I love the pearl. The finial is big and flat, and it's got the
Hmm.
star. It's everything. It's black and cream. I love it.
What a
But,
shame.
yeah, I
Well,
thought, "My
that's too
goodness."
bad.
I felt like it was kind of an accident waiting to happen. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, too bad.
hopefully you'll find some. Do either of you own a Platinum 3776? If so, have you had
Yes.
any trouble with the gold plating? I have
No.
not had any trouble.
I've
Have
never had
you?
trouble with the gold plating at all.
Mm-mm.
Y'all want to see? This is my latest Platinum Century. I don't know if y'all seen this one yet.
Oh, that's pretty.
Sands of something. I can't remember the name of it,
I
but
know. It's hard to keep up with all
it's
the
a
things. That's
U.S.
beautiful.
North America exclusive.
Oh, was it?
Uh huh.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's like sands of, it starts with a K. I'm so sorry.
Is that
I am
rose
so
gold or
unprofessional. It
yellow
is,
gold,
yes. It has
Vanessa?
a
It
rose
looks
gold
rose
trim.
gold. It's
So it's
pretty.
rose gold with the turquoise. Yeah, and it's really a nice. That's what, if you're going to go into gold nibs from a steel nib for your, the first time, I go with the platinum century.
What is the price difference? Like, what is the Century 3776 price versus the celluloid? Because I think I shared last week that I have the two celluloids, and I didn't know any better when I was first shopping and Jay was in Japan. I just went by
Hmm.
the patterns that I liked. I got the Shape of Heart and I got the Calico,
Right.
and they're both beautiful, but I found they were significantly more expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Calico one, of course, is cellular, and that runs like in the U.S. I want to say that runs around 500,
Yeah, because we
somewhere
got
around
it in
there.
the threes in Japan,
Okay,
like
well, that's actually a really good price
right, and
for
I
that.
love this
Yeah.
color
So
combo.
they do run about, like in the US, about Komodo. Thank you. Somebody, Sands of
Oh, on your
Komodo.
Sans Komodo.
Yes, that's what I was like. It starts with a K. Sorry, I have a brain fart moment here.
It's hard to keep track.
It
I think these nibs
is.
are beautiful. I do really favor my medium nib over my fine nib. Like, I
Hmm.
can use Pilot fines and Pilot mediums, and I think they're
Hmm.
beautiful, and I appreciate them both, but I feel like I really favor my medium nib or the
Yes.
fine nib that is on my Shape of Heart.
Right. That's what, yeah. So now you could go on Amazon and find platinum centuries there. Um,
Yeah.
because and they'll be a little bit cheaper than they are, like say on Pen Chalet or Goulet or something like that. So I would check Amazon, and what they're going to have is the basic ones, like the Chartres blue and the Argonia red
Mm.
color. That's the one I always see on there. But yeah, any of the more special ones, like there's a white one with gold trim that's really beautiful. Those you're going to have to go like to a pen dealer
The
to get a
white
hold
one's
of
really
them.
pretty. I think Charmaine has the white one. What
Yeah.
would you say they run on Amazon for the more, like, basic styles?
Uh,
Tough to
like
say.
years and years ago, I got the Chartres bleu. It was like under 100.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I don't know what it would go for. I have to look it up. I don't know what it would go for these days. Um,
I'm trying to find the pen that I got that was such a good deal. I got the Realo. Am I saying that right? On
yeah,
the Sailor
let's
on
see here.
Amazon, and it was like 175. It was much less than what it normally is. Um Sounds of
Okay, so
Komodo.
here is a laurel green fine point for 142 on Amazon.
That's not bad.
Um, no, it just depends on what you get, and you just have to really look around.
And I always find there's
Um,
always, like, Amazon gift cards floating around at Christmas. Like, I'll get one for my
oh yeah,
mother-in-law, or my kids will get one, and they'll leave it in the kitchen. If they leave it there too long, they're in trouble.
you know what? It's mine. You're like,
Fair game.
it's like, I don't
I
know what
loaded
gift
it.
card you're talking about.
Yeah. I loaded one of my gift cards onto Amazon, and one of my kids was like, "Oh, I accidentally used someone's gift card." And, like, mentally, I wanted to use it for pen stuff. It wasn't necessarily the dollar value, but I was more like, "Oh, I was going to buy ink with that." Not that I can't buy ink, but, like, it doesn't count if I use a gift card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
I know
now
what
it's
you
going to
mean.
count.
That's what I
But
always, oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally used your gift card. My bad.
I gave birth to you, so
Yeah, so I'm your mother. So you're welcome for being alive.
Ah. So RG says, "Love all the history, not just with style, but also how materials have changed through the years and the
Yes,
why."
I agree. I think that's so fascinating.
Mhm.
Very
I love
fascinating.
the history behind companies, and I love the evolution of the pens, and, like, Esterbrook's a great example of, like,
Yes.
how they've, like, brought back the J pen, but, like, did their own modern take on it, and, like, all I don't have an Opus, no, Omas. What's the controversial brand that was
Omas?
is
That's
it
the one that
Omas?
just got brought back by
Yes.
Frank,
But,
who
like,
owns
the but
Narwhal.
the old timers are like, it's nothing like the new one. Like, and there's stirs up all the
Oh,
controversy. I've never used either
yes.
one, so I can't speak to the new or the old,
I
but I
can't
find it
either.
fascinating. Like, because Scribo got one of the machines that they
Mm-hmm.
used to use, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
Scribo, I do love my Scribo, but Scribo would be another one if they did like a coffee one that would be really pretty.
Don't they have one that's kind of a beige coffee color? Don't you have that one?
Well, it's like pinky. That's the one I did buy.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I was like, don't you have that
It
or
is like
something
a
like
pinky
that?
beige. It is. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. But yeah, if they have like a one that's more of a coffee color,
Yeah.
I could see you
Me and
have
my
it. You know they
boring
have
beige.
like resin blanks that have like coffee beans in it. Have you seen
I'm
like some
well,
makers have that?
isn't that the talisman, which I haven't bought, because they
Hmm.
always include real stuff. Like, don't they have the
Yes.
dream bean? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Why do you not have that pen yet?
I don't know. I don't have any talismans.
That just seems like a pen that would you would add to your collection because it has the coffee beans in it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like that
maybe
is
a
like
good
literal coffee
literal coffee, right?
in your
Maybe.
pen.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I need that. So I actually today is one of the very few days that I'm not like running out of the house. And Rocco just drove to Boston to pick up his best friend's older sister from her apartment in the city. And my daughter Angelina just left, and Jay's not home, so I can talk for a little bit longer
I
if
can
we're
go a
not
little
losing
bit. I'm
people.
cool. Yeah. If we're
If we
not
want to
boring
open
you
it
to
up,
death,
yes, I don't want to bore you
we
guys,
don't want to bore you to tears.
but if anybody has any more questions, or how's everybody, did did anybody open up a pen yet for Christmas, or do they have a pen that they're anticipating for Christmas?
Is there
And
a
do
pen
any of
waiting
you
for
really
you?
let other people pick out your pens, or do you have to
I
have a hand in it?
no. Nobody picks out my pens.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Nobody. No, that's a very special. Nobody can pick a pen for. I mean, unless they are also a pen collector, like they have experience in
I think
fountain
it's a
pens.
really personal
It's
decision.
extremely personal. But if it's a gift from somebody, I will kindly accept
Of
and
course.
and I will use it. I mean, I'm not going to turn down a
Never,
pen.
never.
So
Um, to answer, how about the Sailor Pen German? I can't talk about this one because it's like $500 on the secondhand market, and I can't get my hands on it. And that was part of the reason I ended up getting the bear one. Um, yes, there's yes, I can't find it. If anybody knows any information or wants to send me a link, I would love you forever. Um, oh, the Pelican 205. They
oh,
have a
that's so
cafe lemon sweet that is so
nice.
sweet. Which color are you
Yeah, what
getting,
color
Jim?
is it? That's
Which one
very
did you get?
sweet. Wow.
NN. What is that? 400 NN, M and K.
I don't yeah, Christine, you gotta expand on that.
Yeah.
You've lost me there too. Um,
Way too particular. You have a nice collection. Fountain Pendulum, can you state your name in the comments? They sent me this
please state your name.
you sent me this beautiful pen rest, which I absolutely
Oh, how
love and
nice.
use all the time. They make these great pieces, and they do she does a live that she's has really interesting taste and awesome stuff. And
I
I
think
think
I
she has a
follow.
live coming up soon. Um, Vanessa, you crack me up. I never know what you're going to say. You must have a way of keeping people on their toes.
Welcome to my world. That's how it always is. I
She's so much fun.
just kind of pops in my head and I say it or whatever. Just
I said to Vanessa when I first met her, I love her dry sense of humor.
oh, these dogs. Anybody want a dog?
She's got Cujo at her house. Justice can regulate from
They're so
soft to hard.
loud.
I don't know the pilot Justice.
I don't think I know the
I
pilot
don't know
justice
that,
either.
Yara. I have a Navalar waiting. Ooh, waiting for
Oh,
me. Which
how are you
one?
stopping yourself from doing that? Because I would just.
Um, you need to add MB. Oh, come on.
Wallet,
So small
maybe
and juicy. Fits my MB
Mozart.
wallet. Always with me. I think I saw that Mozart one available on the secondhand market.
Rob, do
Um,
you have that pen? If so, please leave your address and phone number and
right.
directions to your house. I am going to pay you a visit.
We're gonna come see it. You know which
Gonna
one I
come see you.
really love, but I probably won't buy because 'cause I'm not a big pirate person, but I love the Robert Louis Stevenson one that's
I
out right
don't think
now,
I've.
except it's like it's kind of the same color, like the cream and the black, like
Uh-huh.
the one I was talking about. It's different, but I feel like with the real specific pens from Mont Blanc, I feel like a phony if I bought something that I wasn't really into. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not into Mozart, so I
Yes.
feel like a
I am into Mozart. That's why I grew up. I as a child, I watched a movie called Amadeus. Does
Oh,
anyone know what I'm
I
talking about?
remember that. Yes.
I think I watched that movie over and over. Me and my sister,
That
like to the
is so
point we were
cool.
memorizing lines from the movie.
Oh my goodness. I
So
was
ever
doing
since
that with,
that,
like,
I've
Adventures in Babysitting.
yeah, well that too, but Amadeus was like that was like a movie that I absolutely loved it. Loved it.
Alright, well, then you should get the pen.
So I'm coming to your house, Rob.
You know which one I am tempted by, and I don't even love the design, but it reminds me of my dad is the Beatles. Like, we were huge Beatles people, like, growing up, the
Yes,
Mont
we
Blanc
were a Beatles
Beatles,
house too.
big time. Like, I
I have
tell
the
I say all
ink.
the time, the day that John Lennon got shot, we stayed home from school because my dad was
Really?
like for
Oh my
real, it was like a
goodness.
big deal. What was it, like 1980,
Yeah,
81?
81, I think.
81? I was like 7 or 8 years old. Let me see, I'm behind in the comments. Yes, she does have great comments. She does have great content.
And
Um,
comments.
Now there are dogs barking up the apple boom.
Yes.
Willem's funny.
Yes.
Um,
I did ask Yost once. I said, "So, by any chance, is your family history like were y'all apple tree farmers, or did you have an
oh,
orchard?" He said, "No." I was like, "Well, that's a shame because with a name like that,
apple boom,
you
absolutely.
yeah, you kind of expect to
I
there
brought
was an orchard in his family history."
oh, I know where you can get one, Kate. Yeah, they're so nice, and you know what I love about the pen rest too, is that it has this nice
Oh, that is nice.
little velvet on the bottom, and I love this kind of walnut color, and I also love that
Yes.
it is a good size. I got this little rest. This I think was meant for soap, and I bought it in Japan, and I said, "That would be a really cute pen
I
rest."
love that. I love the
I
simplicity
bought
of
it in
it.
Japan, but, like, see, like, this fits my
Mhm.
Kakamori dip pen, which
Mhm.
I really love, or you can put a couple on there, and it looks so cute on camera when I'm doing my things. Yeah, look. See how nice
That
that
is very
works
nice.
with the
Oh,
dip
that's
pen?
perfect.
Yeah, and they also have, little things for ink samples, so you can do it's almost like a flight, so instead of doing shots of wine, you can do, like, a flight of, ink
Oh, okay.
samples
Yes, yes. I
and
know
plop them
exactly what
in
you're
so they
talking about.
don't tip over, so it's really nice.
Tom Otto loves his little his because he's the ink flight guy. He's Ink Journal.
Oh, okay,
Um,
yes, yes.
you might recognize him from Caitlin's Super Dad does memes.
Oh, I see him. He's in 'em with you a lot. You know what I happened to watch and didn't tell you was your little penmanship write-off with him.
Oh, we've
I
been
was, like,
doing that
laying
for
in bed.
years.
His writing is
We
gorgeous.
started doing that back in the pandemic. You know, we were looking for stuff to do. We're like, let's have a flex off.
Flex off, that's
Yes,
what it
we'll have a
was.
flex
That
off.
was really interesting. Um, Shari, if you put my email in, you can try, I feel like I really need to clear this up by next week because this has come up a few times. Vanessa said she said that, Lori's Boston Found, or you can do Time with Tata, and they'll email me, and then you will
Mhm.
get to use the 10%. Crafting
Rock,
Mari watched Amadeus too.
it's like rock singer Falco
Oh,
had the big hit "Rock Me." I remember that
Rock
song.
Me Amadeus, I remember that. Um, Pelican was made in the 1970s. Oh, by Mers and Krell. There's the M&K.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, well,
So
that is interesting. I
reissue for the
would really love to
Japanese
see this
market.
pen when you get it.
Oh, they stopped production of it in 1965.
Wow.
I bet that's beautiful.
Oh,
Is it the
yes.
classic, like, black and green Pelican?
Oh, yeah. I'd really love to see that pen.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
Hello. Yes, we're still here.
Morning rock
A
singer.
little later
Oh yeah,
today.
Rock Me Amadeus. I totally remember that.
Yes, they played the hell out of that on the radio stations.
What's this one say? Pick up his wife from nurse and oh, okay. Merry Christmas, Rob. Thanks for
Merry
coming.
Christmas.
Hold the phone. Seriously,
What?
Shari?
She saw it twice in
She saw the
person?
Beatles twice in person. Where were
Wow.
you? We need the details.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Oh
That's
my
what
goodness.
my mom was like obsessed with. I mean, that's what grew up listening to the Beatles. I mean, I probably know like a majority of their songs just because
We
we
used to
played it all
say
the
as
time.
kids, you were either like an Elvis household or you were a Beatles
We're a
household.
Beatles household for sure.
Totally Beatles all the way in
Beatles,
my
yeah,
house. I appreciate
all the
Elvis,
music.
but I never heard him growing up.
No,
It
definitely
was
Beatles at my place.
just
So
Beatles. Like my dad was into like Steely Dan and like
that's what.
that
Yes,
sort
that's
of
what I
stuff.
was growing up to.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin, all of that.
Yes. You both used the same pen though. Which pen did you use for the flex off recently?
So for the last one, because we didn't really have a flexible nib pen that we could use, we used the Esterbrook journaler nib
Oh,
for that.
nice. I love
Tom
that nib.
always whips my butt. Tom's handwriting is, he has beautiful handwriting and he's just very good. He's very good being put on the spot with that.
His
And
I was really I mean, I know your writing and I love your writing and I see it. I don't
he's
see Tom's
really
that often and his was really good.
beautiful handwriting.
I would
Yes,
love to
beautiful.
take a handwriting class. Um, oh, the tortoiseshell is pretty. Any tortoiseshell I love. Which version are you talking about?
Yes,
Esterbrook?
I love
Falcon.
tortoiseshell too.
Mhm. Oh, she got the black, I got the black stripe version of I didn't even know this pen existed. Oh, the
I didn't
tortoise.
either.
Oh, they're talking about tortoiseshell on Pelican.
Oh,
Those are tough to come by. Blue, $100
oh,
at
how
Apple.
nice! That what a great deal.
Wow. Oh, that's the one you're getting for Christmas from your wife. That is
Yes.
such a
Oh,
good
that's a
deal.
fabulous deal. Very good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Why
She's
didn't
gonna
I
be
buy
so
that?
happy.
Why was I
How did
sleeping
I
on
miss
that?
that?
Oh, hey, Heidi.
We're
You're
still
just
here.
catching the tail end, honey.
We're still here.
We're
We
still
still
here.
get. We're,
Yes.
you still showed up. That means
Heidi, I got your Christmas card today. Was that one of Kurt's hand drawings of a little snowman? It was so adorable. I loved it. Um, Enjoying listening to you ladies and your pen adventures. What is Vanessa's YouTube channel? Would like to give her a follow. She's the pen gang. No,
the
you've
pen
lit
gangsta.
pen gangsta.
I am the pen gangsta. I need to make a new sticker design with some knuckles to really piss off some people.
Yeah, I noticed your weapons stir up some controversy.
Yes.
Where
I
is
don't know
he? That is
why.
a grand question. Where is he? He is sound asleep somewhere.
Oh, is he? Well, that's
Yeah,
okay.
he's being a good
Then
boy with this stuff. I
give
was
him
doing
a
something the other day and he was sound asleep the whole time. And I'm like, this is great. He must be like just getting older and just chilling. Plus, I think the
finally.
rain has him tired today. It was just
Yes.
one of those days today. You just wanted to stay in your PJs all day.
Yes. I can.
Yes.
This morning I was feeling that big time because it's kind of cold. And I was just like, why does that alarm have to go off? Why?
So funny. I saw Dave Matthews at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. I've seen Dave in Candlestick Park. Wow. That's where she
I've
saw the
never seen
video.
him live, but I did see that video of him dancing. It was weird.
I was dying when you posted.
That was like the weirdest.
Those are his moves. I was dying. That was really funny.
No, it was the caption that really had me rolling because it was like, you have no song that requires that kind of dancing.
It really doesn't. He's like kind of monotone. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's just out there, man. That is too funny.
Oh, Sherry, age is just a number, sweetheart. She
Yeah.
said, seeing the Beatles, that should tell you how old I am. Age is just a number. I'm 48. I don't feel 48. I feel more like 35.
I'm always surprised sometimes when I, count my chin hairs that I'm like, yes, you are 50. You are, in fact, 50. And then I'll yell at my children because, like when I take my contact lenses out and I can see up close, I'm like, oh my gosh, how come nobody told me I had a beard today? Because I don't see it. Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Oh my gosh.
I really should.
You
I
should, or
I
it sounds
will.
like Boston needs something.
I feel like we need something in this neck of the woods, and I'm your girl for it. I really feel like I want to prioritize a lot of my pen stuff in the new year.
You
I think it would
should.
be
And maybe a pen meetup in Boston like once a month or something, you know?
yeah, there's a gentleman when I bought my honeycomb Esterbrook, when I went to that remember the little pop-up I did when the Commonwealth pen show was canceled, and I got that vintage, senator pen I was talking about that I love
Mhm.
so much. There was a gentleman who I bought this pen from, and I literally didn't have enough cash on me, and he didn't take credit cards, so he gave me his business card. He's like, "Just send me the money." Like, so like, this pen community is so incredible, and
Really?
his name was also Sydney, and I had sent him the check, and I think he was, like, following up with me, and he called me, and he runs, like, a pen meetup group in Boston, and he
Oh,
sent
how
me an
cool.
email, and I haven't connected with him. I think they're a pretty established group, and I wanna say they meet, like, the 1st Saturday of the month and I have
Mhm.
to, like, go back in my emails and maybe connect with that group, or we could just
Mhm.
kinda start our own little one. I think it would be fun to meet somewhere near a store, but I mean,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
maybe no store necessary because we all have so many supplies. What I would really like to do if I were to do a meetup is, order a bunch of empty sample bottles and just
Mhm.
fill up a ton
Oh, trade inks
and
and
then just
stuff.
trade inks.
That
I
would be a
think
lot
that
of
would be
fun.
a really fun thing to do it, and
Yeah.
then nobody would have to spend any money. We could just trade, you know?
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, I think that would be a blast.
Wait a minute.
Either of you plan I feel like you've been to San Francisco before or no?
No, I've never been to San Francisco. I really wanna go to the pen show there. I would love to.
I haven't been to their pen show. I don't anticipate I'll get there this year because I kinda wanna go to the Dutch pen show and I really wanna go to
I
DC,
don't
and I'm
know. Well,
definitely
Christine, are you offering up your couch?
Oh,
Um,
Commonwealth Pen Club. Oh, is that the name of it, Kate? I wonder if that's
Kate
Boston's Juicy
Kate saw
Broad.
The Who in concert. I have to point that out. Kate saw The Who
Oh, I
in
missed that.
concert. That is pretty freaking cool. I
There are
just
some really
yeah.
awesome, I regret never seeing Madonna because she was totally my era and I could have gone to
Yeah,
see her, but I
same.
didn't. So I kind of wish I saw Prince, um, but there are certain iconic my daughter dances or she used to dance competitively, and we
Mhm.
used to go to the Jersey Shore every year for nationals, and 3 years in a row, we had to turn down Taylor Swift tickets. She wasn't a huge Taylor Swift girl, but we
Yeah.
turned down Taylor Swift tickets because we would have to, drive straight, leave early, miss, some of the festivities at the end of the competition, but now that she's older and Taylor Swift is such an icon.
Yeah, she's so huge now.
She's kinda she turned down tickets so many times, and I feel like one day we might regret that, but she saw I don't know, but yeah, The Who is fantastic. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's very cool.
Um, Maybe Kate and I can work on something. They do a Boston show. I feel like I need to go to DC because I wanna meet some of the European pen people like Salvatore, and he
Listen,
goes.
everybody,
Go ahead.
everybody needs to go to the DC show. I go every year. I've been going every year for the last few years. That's the best show.
It's the biggest show in the world.
It's the best. There, like so many people are there. And there's so many like people getting together and hanging out.
I feel
Uh,
like I need to go to the DC
it's
Pen Show without my husband because I wanna do, all the
yes,
after dark stuff, and
yes.
I don't I think he'll be fine. That is
Leave your
awesome,
spouse
Tom.
behind.
Oh, we need to.
Go by yourself.
Prince concert was amazing.
Prince was amazing.
He was so good. Oh my
He was
goodness.
so talented.
Um, Wait, we have one. Gonna brag a bit here, that's okay. I used to be a buyer for Tower Records, and the shows I've seen fill a small notebook. Oh my god, that is
Oh
so
my
cool.
gosh.
Well, there used to be a
Wow.
huge Tower Records in downtown Boston. I don't think it's there anymore.
That is very cool.
That is so cool. Tell me your top 1, Olivia. Who's your favorite? Yes, I definitely plan on going to the DC show, and I kind of have to budget it and I look at the time. Like Orlando and the Commonwealth Pen Show should be back to back, like even though
Yeah, those are
Commonwealth,
back to back.
I have to go
So
to
yeah,
Commonwealth this year
I
if
will
it's
probably do Orlando because I've been doing Orlando since it began, and it's a good show. And I like when it's in a mall, guys.
it's so
It's in a
easy.
mall,
I just feel like
and
the Orlando Pen Show, it was my first and only pen show really, and
yeah.
I just thought it was so nice.
So yeah, definitely DC, Orlando, and Dallas are usually the ones that I've been going to. So I'd like to go to the Dutch Pen Show again. Pen Fest would be fun to do again, but I'm not, that was just like that was an opportunity. I don't know if it will repeat itself. I've heard the Chicago show is good. Never been to that one. So
Yeah, they are a lot of fun. Yeah, so I look forward to going to more and just having a little experience under my belt.
if you like pens and you like to party, you should go to a pen show.
Mm,
Go to the DC show.
okay. Should I book my tickets now?
I mean, you can. I don't usually book mine till May, so
I think at the upcoming pen show, I'm probably gonna have like 15 nibs worked on. I think that's gonna
you're
be
kind of
interesting.
like a
I
whole
would like
like
to go. I would like to go to San Francisco at some point because I lived there for 3 years and I was 6 weeks shy of giving birth when I moved home, and I've never been back. So it's
I
been
would,
24
yes.
years
I
since I
hear the
went.
San Francisco show is really good. I mean, that's a good one, and
Well, I like
that's one
San
I would like to
Francisco
go
because you
to.
get a lot of the Asian
Yes,
people, the Asian
right.
pen companies there, and I feel like you get a lot of European pen companies
At the
at
DC
DC.
one. Hmm.
So I think they
Yeah.
both have allure there. But DC is
Yes.
just an easier flight for me. It's a cheaper flight. It's
Oh, yeah.
closer.
It's
I can
like
drive
you're
to
very
DC in 8
close. That's what.
hours.
Yeah, you're super close to it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Janis Joplin, Fleetwood Mac. Has anybody
Fleetwood
seen
Mac.
Daisy and the Six?
No, I haven't, but it was recommended to me. Is it good? Have you watched
So
it?
good. It's so
Really?
good. In fact, I just bought the book for Angelina because she had a friend who read the book, so she wants to read the book first. But I
Oh,
really
then
enjoyed it, and
okay.
it was based on Fleetwood Mac, and
Really? Okay. Yeah, I
there are a
love
lot
Fleetwood
of
Mac.
parallels. It was so I really enjoy it. I did.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, my mom watched it. She said, "Have you seen this show?" I was like, "No."
I think it's
It's
only
so
like 6
good.
episodes, so I think it's really fun,
Okay.
to just you can consume it. It's not like committing to like 10 seasons of
Yeah.
something, you know? Portland would be fun too. So
That would be
when do the
fun.
shows, like, start up? Like, what's the first pen show of the
I think
new
the
year?
first so I want to say the California Pen Show is and it's in Los Angeles, and that might be like in late January, early February, and that's what kicks off the
Okay,
whole year again. So yeah,
interesting.
and then it just yeah, boom, 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 boom. I think if you go onto the Fountain Pen Day website, they have a whole he's got a whole calendar of the shows. So there's a whole list of shows if you want to go check that out.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. February 16th is the California Pen
So
Show.
that kinda kicks off the year.
Yeah, I want to say there's one before that, but I
Oh,
can't. Yeah,
Philly.
Philly. Okay, thank you. I knew there was one before that one, but I couldn't remember. I'd never
Okay,
been to the Philly show.
fun.
Um, but yeah, Philly is the first one, I think.
It
Dutch
would be
Pen
great
Show
if
is
New
the
York had a big show because they have such great pen shops in New York, and I'm sure
yeah.
there are,
Sometimes they
like,
don't. So the
I think
Dutch
there are
Pen Show
smaller ones.
that is the first week of June. Is the Dutch Pen Show?
Don't you have to plan on spending several $1,000s at those big shows?
No,
I don't think
I
so.
hardly spend any money when I go to these shows. I'm there to hang out and to party.
Yeah, I think you can approach it in a lot of ways because they have a lot of giveaways, there are a lot of opportunities
There's
to
just
meet with other
yeah. I
people,
mean,
and
you bring some spending money, but you don't necessarily have to go there to drop thousands of dollars. You can, I mean, there's so many different things you can look at. And the best part is to me is being able to look at pens in person and try them out.
absolutely.
And that to me, and then the community, you have everyone, in the community who's there that my favorite part is meeting people that I've met online and meeting them in person. And having a drink with them. To
Yeah.
me, that's like the best part is getting to meet people.
It
So
was, I mean, that's where I met Vanessa. I had never met her before that point, and then I took the wax stamp class, and we
yes.
just kind of hit it off, and then we chatted by the Esterbrook table afterwards, and we didn't even drink. We need to do that next time.
I don't have to drink to have a good time, but I do like to kick back occasionally and have a vodka soda.
There were a lot of nice restaurants in the area, a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
shop. I mean, you're in Orlando, so there's
That's a great venue for that show. It's
the hotel
excellent.
was not expensive.
No, and it's nice. It's like a nice hotel. It's
Yeah.
not
I
like
thought it was really nice. I
it's
did.
very
I
nice.
think the most important thing about a show is just kind of having a budget in mind. I mean, if you wanna spend
Yes.
thousands, you can. If you wanna spend 200, you can. I
Right.
just think you need to, because it gets pretty overwhelming when you're in there, and even some of the things that I bought, like, I knew I wanted to buy something from Zodiac Pens because I had talked to Bart before I went in, and
Right.
he was such a love, but then I bought a Taylor pen there at the very last minute with you, and I
Yeah.
love that pen, and it was on the pricier side, and I had no intention of buying it, so you can get kinda carried away there.
Oh, for sure.
I bought the Mont Blanc there, like, I bought an
Right.
Esterbrook, so I went a little, I mean, I wasn't crazy over budget, but I ended up going in a couple different directions that I didn't think I was gonna
But
go in, like,
for a first pen show, that's not horrible.
no, I mean,
I don't
I
think that's
felt,
horrible
I knew
at
I wanted,
all.
see, because I got a vintage Mont Blanc, I wanted to get something vintage because, again, like Vanessa said, you wanna write with stuff,
Yes,
and there were certain pens
definitely.
that I felt like I had romanticized a little bit, and then when I wrote with it, it wasn't all that, and then the
Mhm.
opposite happens, like, you don't really think twice about this pen or that pen, and then you write with it, and you're like, "Wow, this is really
Right.
nice."
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I think that's the best part is being able to see it in person, try it out. Then you do all that. You don't have to go through the hassle of ordering it, returning it, et cetera, et cetera. So,
yeah,
yeah.
and we mentioned last week too about, like, working with one of the nibmeisters that they can kind of, they make an adjustment, hand you the pen, and you can write with it right there, and you can have
Yes.
them tweak it. There was a lot of back and forth, which was really nice that you just can't get virtually. So,
Right.
yeah, we'll talk more about pen shows as we get closer to the season, right? Hi,
For
Charmaine.
sure.
Charmaine
Hello.
just opened up a pen recently. I watched one of your videos. Oh no, maybe it was your all of your Midori notebooks. Oh, she's switching out of her passport for her memory keeping book, and she's going into the Midoris. Is that right? She got a big thing from Yoseka, lots of stuff.
Oh.
So cute. Um, all right. Oh, look at, I'm behind again.
Shame
Excellent.
on you, Lori.
Shame on me. All right. Does anybody else have anything else they'd like to chat about? And maybe we'll call it because we're going on 2 hours.
I
Oh my
know. I can't
goodness.
believe you guys are still here.
I know. I know. We've had, like, at one point we had 79 people in
Oh
the
my
chat.
God. Like every week, it's more and more
It's
people.
just so
You guys
nice.
must really like us.
I love that we can chat with each other. It's so
I
much
do
fun.
too.
With the cute
That's
little
the
chubby
great part about
Pentel
it.
pens. I love those. I love those little chubby ones. This is like one of the not so chubby, but I like the little
I was gonna
chunkers.
say that one doesn't look
No,
chubby.
I have the little chunky ones too. They're adorable. They're adorable.
What you
Um,
guys have convinced me. I will try to go to a pension. Try.
Charmaine, I thought you went to a pen show. Did you go to gosh, I can't remember which one you went to. Chicago? She's in Wisconsin, so I don't know which one.
Okay.
So maybe the
Yeah,
Chicago
Chicago
one.
would be, I guess, the closest
Maybe.
one. Or yeah,
Um, yeah, we all need to kind of, like, plan to meet up. It's
yeah,
a
for
good way to
sure.
start out the week. I work while I watch you guys. Oh, thank
Thank you.
you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I
Honestly,
really
I just
do.
really appreciate that there are people who wanna talk about pens as much as we all do, because we're a different breed, and there aren't many people
Yes.
who share our enthusiasm, and it's really hard to explain. I can't even explain it to myself sometimes, like, how this happened to me so quickly, you know?
That's so funny because people, and it's like that across the spectrum with pen collectors. They're like, I don't understand how or why, but fountain pens are just like my obsession. I was like, I understand. Um, Sometimes, you just have to embrace that obsession. I mean, because what's the worst you could be doing? You could be smoking crack, but you're not.
Right.
You
It's just
know?
pens. They're just pens. And I do feel like, like Vanessa shared her $2,000 or $3,000 Grail pen earlier. Some people's Grail pen is an Esterbrook, Esty. Like it doesn't,
Yeah,
you can make it what you want and you can really have fun
totally.
with it. I do think in
Totally.
the new year, I just need to breathe a little bit because it's been a year and a half now for me of just experimenting, consuming, and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
So I am looking forward to, hi, Monica. How are you, hun? To just kind of taking a
Hey,
step back.
Monica. Yeah, how's it going, girl? What's
Yes.
up?
Stationary
Bobby.
friends are so different.
Oh,
Yes,
for
I would
sure.
agree. I am working. This is definitely one of the things I want to do. How to get started with fountain pens. You make them look so fun. Because I came from the thrifting world, and a lot of my friends, like Heidi, came into the chat, and my friend Philly Flipper was in last week because he started journaling and he's a thrifter. I have a lot of people like, what's the deal? Kind of like what Vanessa and I are talking about. Like, what is it about fountain pens? I will say that Helen from Coffee Monsters Inc., she's a love and she's in Canada. She did a really good explanation about like basically different price points for pens, like a $35 pen versus a $300 pen. And
Hmm.
she did a really great job of doing illustrations and breaking down the different parts of the pen. And like, just, I thought hers was good, but yeah, I would probably do a real chatty one that went in 17 different directions, but I'd be happy to do one. Yeah.
I did I think for Esterbrook a long time ago. I don't know if it's still on their website, but it kind of goes through how to get started, how to ink your pen, and this is like old, like probably like from 4 years ago. So if you want to go do a deep dive on that website,
That's great. I
yeah.
remember
So
when I got started, something that was really, really confusing to me was the whole converter thing. Like, a cartridge versus a cartridge converter. Like I didn't quite make that. And then what is a piston? Like those were the things that confused me when I
yeah,
was first watching, and the terminology that just got like thrown around so much and the different nibs. And I was
yeah,
just like soaking it all in for a while. And Drew Brown does some really good like he has this giant fountain pen like model, and he has this big styrofoam ball on top of it, and he talks about like lining up the tines and like if something's over polished, like how you get baby's bottoms, or like he
uh-huh.
he does a real good visual with this like giant homemade nib that
I
I think
love
is really
Drew.
great.
Also, if you go to the DC show, Drew is there. I've seen Drew for the last few times that I've been there. He is a hoot.
He's
I
funny.
love
I
Drew.
love how quirky Drew is.
He is so awesome. In
He's
person, he's
fantastic.
even more awesome. He is great. Love Drew.
It would be fun.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
the Goulet team is so
yes,
wonderful.
and they're super nice. But yeah, Drew is a great guy. A lot of
Yeah,
fun.
Goulet Pen has a great Fountain Pen 101 YouTube series.
Hmm. Yeah, Brian is
Fantastic.
really good with those videos. I don't know if he's still making all those videos, but when I
They put
first
out
got
a
into
ton of
pens,
videos.
I was watching Brian Goulet's videos, and that was back in 2016, 2017, watching his stuff, and I was like, wow, this guy really knows a lot of stuff.
Sometimes I'll click on one of Brian's and he looks like a kid. Like some of his videos are from like
Yeah,
10 years ago and he looks
yeah,
so young. He looks
yeah,
great now, but I mean, I'm sure I looked pretty different 10 years ago as well. Maria, I
yeah.
promise. Don't forget, write it down with your Leonardo Memento Zero for a Boston meetup. I know you're definitely, I'm telling you right now, you'll have to remind me, but we'll do it it'll be a really great winter activity because in Boston, there's not much. I mean, unless you're skiing, there's not a whole bunch to do in February or March.
Oh,
So that would
okay.
be a great thing to do. Um, have you syringe filled old cartridges before?
Yes, I have.
All the time.
I do that a
In fact,
lot,
my
actually.
assistant who helps me with photographing, she's like, I'm not going to ask any question why there is a syringe on your bathroom
Your,
countertop.
your
She goes,
drug paraphernalia.
and my answer is always like, it's a blunt syringe, like a blunt. And she's like, it's a syringe nonetheless.
It's like, I'm not shooting up, I promise.
Yes. She's like, if you didn't have like a pen next to it or some ink, I would have been concerned. But yeah, these are just run of the mill things you see in my house now. Yes, it was very
Yes.
funny.
Blunt syringes,
And I
bulb
think
syringes.
I just got my my syringes on Amazon.
Oh,
Like
really?
a blunt syringe. Yeah, I think. But I also think there are people who like I think you might be able to get them like on does Goulet sell them? I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even know.
Goulet and Pen Shell. They usually have like a pen care kit that you
Like
can
a little
buy.
kit.
Hmm.
Mhm. You know, one thing I would like to buy that I haven't bought, I'm a little nervous is to get the mesh that can kind of like tune.
Hmm.
I don't wanna like overdo it. And I feel like
No,
if I
you
got
want
one, I'd be like,
the micro mesh. No, no, the micro mesh is actually very gentle. I
okay.
bought some from Goulet a while back. I'm still using the same piece, so it lasts forever. But I think here, let me see if I have it.
There are
My
certain nibs I have, especially my steel nibs. I feel like I could have fun with it. I don't know that I'd mess around too much with my 14 karat gold nibs, but
No, I've done all kinds of different nibs on the micro mesh.
mhm.
Gold nibs, you know, if I feel like it could be smoothed out a little more, and you could see
Mhm.
here's my little figure eights on
Oh,
there.
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, if it's not, if I want it to be a little smooth, this is very gentle. It's very smooth. I mean, it's a
Almost like a buff,
12,000.
like if you like a buff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So it's a 12,000 grit, but it's very gentle, very smooth, and it will not hurt your nib.
Okay. That is like on my list. It's inexpensive and I
Yeah.
feel like I think like things that are like so close, but they're just not quite there. I feel like if I
Hmm.
could use the micro mesh, that would help.
This helps, and it also helps. Like I've recommended to people who are like, "Hey, I've got this nib. The ink flow is not so great. What I've flossed it with my brush shim. What can I do?" I said, "Run it over some micro mesh.
Yeah.
That will help." So
Yes.
yeah, yes,
Um,
the
just
finest.
create a figure eight on the micro mesh. Okay. I didn't know you needed to make the figure eight,
The
but
figure eights, yeah, it's kind of an all encompassing type
because
of,
it gets all
yeah,
parts. Okay.
right.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I was afraid of so maybe I would start with some of maybe my less expensive. I'm sorry, I have like the light in my
Yeah,
eyes during this whole
start
thing.
with yes, just try it out on some of your steel nibs and see if you like it, and then you could also do it on gold nibs. But yeah, it's very gentle on nibs. I haven't had a problem. It hasn't messed anything up.
I think it is nice to I think that's definitely something for the new year too, is just really appreciating the beautiful collection that I have and
Yes.
revisiting stuff and getting creative with all the inks that I have and kind of leaning into the artistic side of things.
Hmm.
Watching a few videos on sketching with fountain pens and just all that stuff. Like just it's such a
Yeah.
fun creative outlet. And I think that's part of it
Yes.
and you can look at it from so many different angles. You can go the historical route and like find the history of
Hmm.
a company or of a certain model of a pen or just the origin of pens, like where they come from and the family story that started the pen. And then you have the whole
Yeah.
artistic side. And then you just have the like, I'm not doing anything. I'm totally zoning out, but I'm just like testing colors and just even cleaning your pens is kind of therapeutic. Like it's the
Yeah.
whole big picture
It's the
that I
whole
really like.
enchilada.
It's
The
just
whole
such a fun hobby. It's so
How
much fun.
does Moira Rose say enchilada? It's like enchilada.
Enchilada. We
It's the
need to do
entire
a Moira Rose.
enchilada.
If you come out here to Boston, Vanessa, for the show and you stay with me, we'll have a little Schitt's Creek. We'll be on the couch watching Schitt's Creek, drinking some wine with our pens.
I love that show so much.
That would be fun. Oh, I just
Yes.
added David to one of my sometimes I have stickers and then I never put them in a book. I'm like, it's not that deep, just stick it in a book. And this is my sterling ink. This is what I kind of do some of like my little ink
Oh,
sketches
how
with.
nice.
But
Oh,
then
I
I
like
got
that.
this when I was in Brooklyn. So I have to think of something like what is David thinking right here? Like I don't know if I should put some
He
like
looks like he's disapproving of an outfit that Alexis is wearing or something like,
yes.
are you gonna wear that? Like, kind
Exactly. So I was thinking I have to like, I don't know. This is like the inside cover here. So I need to think of
that.
what David's
Yes, you need
saying.
to get like a good David quote to write there.
Yes. Now I'm craving enchiladas.
Me too. Me too. And I live in Texas, and there's lots of great Tex-Mex
All
out
right,
here.
Charmaine, you can come to the slumber party and you can be Alexis.
Yes, I
Perfect.
want to be Moira. I love Moira.
Okay. I don't know who I'm going to be. I don't know if
You
I'm
can also be Moira.
I don't know if I'm much of the innkeeper. Who's the girl that David,
Stevie.
huh?
Stevie.
Stevie. I'm not Stevie at all, but I do love Stevie, but I'm like the
Yeah.
Stevie.
Stevie. Yeah.
All right. It's 5:59, my friends.
Yes. We've been on
This
for
was really
2
fun.
hours.
This
I
was
think this is the
really
longest
fun.
we've done, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll just be David because he is fantastic. I'll just be David.
He's pretty damn funny. Yeah,
Yes.
David, I love David. David and Moira are my favorite
So sad that
characters.
show is over. I feel like
I
it
know.
just
I
kept
wish they would bring
going.
it. They've got to find a reason to bring it back.
They do. They really do need to. It's just too good. It's too
very
good.
good.
But they did the right thing. They went out like when it was
Yes, at
top
its
of their
peak.
game,
Yes.
which is probably the better thing to do than to just run it till, the writing gets
Agreed.
bad and the storylines go all over the place. But
Right. Well, maybe if we're lucky, it's Dan
Levy.
Dan Levy. I couldn't think of the last name. Maybe he will think of another genius show to entertain us.
And
I
just
hope
get
so.
all the same characters back.
Yes, just different
Like a
characters.
spinoff, and then, Moira
Right.
just drops in. You know who made me laugh so hard in Schitt's Creek was the mayor and his wife.
Oh,
It was so tacky. They just cracked me up. Oh my gosh,
yes.
they were so funny.
Yes.
So much
They were
fun.
so funny.
All right, friends. Well, be sure to subscribe to Vanessa's channel if you're not already. She is Pen Gangsta on YouTube, Vanessa Langton on Instagram.
Right.
And yeah, and stay tuned. We will probably start a Juicy Broad YouTube channel in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking to get Yost on as maybe one of our first guests on the new YouTube.
I guess I should send him a message just to warn him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah. Maybe what we should do is get the the name all set on YouTube, and because I'm sure Juicy Broads might be taken, but Juicy Broads Pen Show or something like that, I think.
Or live with Juicy Broads.
Live with Juicy Broads, yeah, something like that. We can probably get that,
Yeah.
and then we can have people like subscribing over there, and so that way when we start kind of migrating over there, that would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
All right,
and it'll
everybody.
have its own place to live.
Yes, that would be fun. It will be easy to find.
Right.
Who knew? I
just think it's funny because this was completely experimental. Like this whole thing was just like, hey, let's try it out. Okay.
Let's do this. I know. I've said this before, but when I sent my message to Vanessa, I'm like, I know I've known you for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. And I was just like, and I read it and I was like, that's true. We haven't known each other that long, but I was like, okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
Why not?
I just had a good feeling about it. So thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes. Obviously, next Monday, it'll be Christmas Day, so we probably won't do
nothing on Monday. And I think we'll be back here for like January 1st. Are we going to do the 1st?
Yeah, I can do the 1st.
I can do the 1st. If something comes up, we'll let you guys know. But yeah. Let's plan on January 1st, 4:00 here. And then maybe we'll try for January 8th to be on the new YouTube channel. Sounds good?
Yeah. So
Merry
January
Christmas,
1st.
everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Use all your Christmas pens and ink. We got one more week.
I know. The ink vent is almost over. I can't believe it.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.